Yeah, that's right. I think we did it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you all here with us tonight. I mentioned on our promotional posts on social media that it's this is the transitionary week between Christmas and New Year's. I always feel like it's kind of an awkward week because if you don't have off from work, it just feels like you should, but you don't, and you're like I just had this big holiday celebration. There's going to be another celebration in essentially less than a week, and yet in between I have to pretend that I give a damn. And so here we are.
Fair enough.
So I figured this would be just some chill drafting tonight. We'll just try to have some fun.
Well, isn't that what we normally do?
I mean, yes.
Chill and trying to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes we do there's these decathlon events or whatever that we didn't do great on last time, and I'm not going to be doing this time because they're constructed, and that's not what we do around here.
Yeah. Decathlon? You mean what? Cathlon? I don't know.
I was not sure where you were going with that. I think
bullshit.
I think it ended fine. There were many different directions that could have gone where it would have ended very poorly. I think it ended just fine.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't referring to the decathlon as being bullshit. I was referring to what I just said as being bullshit.
I know.
Okay.
I'm saying your joke ended just fine, I think.
Oh, I thought you were saying the decathlon ended just
No.
fine.
I think your joke ended just fine. So yeah. Happy Magic Monday, everybody. We hope everybody had a great weekend. If you celebrated the Christmas holiday, we hope that you had a great holiday with your family, with yourself, with your friends, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I guess
if you celebrated a different holiday, we also say that we hope you had a great holiday as well.
That's right. It is. It's Kwanzaa has started, so happy
Yes.
Kwanzaa. And if now Hanukkah has passed, and we've said it before, but happy Hanukkah as well.
Right.
And any other holiday that you, like Amy said, any other holiday that you might have celebrated as well. So, yeah, I think we're going to get into
if you'd
this.
like to say what holiday you celebrated, you can leave it in chat.
Do not hesitate. Yeah.
Or the comments if you're watching the VOD.
That's right. So, yeah, I guess for those of you who may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are Geek for All. We are here playing some MTG Arena. As you can see, as I may have, alluded to, we're going to be doing some drafts tonight. We can do at least 2 with the resources that we have. And that may be it, depending on how well or not well we do. But that's fine. That'll be enough to get us through tonight at least. And then if I have to, put more money into this thing, then I guess I got to put more money into it. Whatever. It's not like money's tight at the end of the year.
Nah. No one has that issue ever.
Never. Not once. Holidays and presents and whatnot. It's fine. Got to keep the content churning out. That's how it works.
Before
right?
you hit it, just look at this queen. I mean, come on.
I mean, she wants to be a queen, but
I mean,
she's kind of succeeded.
At this
Cher
moment. Wouldn't even wear this. She'd be too intimidated. It's amazing.
I went to that Cher concert. She had a lot of costume changes.
Yeah, I bet she did.
She did. So yeah, okay. Let's get into this draft, and we will see how we do.
Okay.
I guess I'll use gems, because again, if I have to purchase more gems, I have to purchase more gems. That's just whatever. So I don't know if this is fixed yet, or if they even care to fix it.
I hope they do.
I mean, I hope a lot of things.
but you've lowered your expectations.
Yeah, my standards are way down.
Yeah. I guess you have to do that after a while.
I was just going to say they have to be these days. Yep. No, that's how it works. Oh, man.
Marcus is here. He says, how's that then?
What's up, Marcus?
Hello.
As I said, I don't know if you were here and heard, but I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a good holiday if you celebrated. And it's great to see you. Happy Monday. Happy Magic Monday, specifically. Today was an interesting day for us. Just kind of caught up on sleep all day. It's like what I mostly did.
Yeah.
I woke up early and did a bunch of random stuff in the morning while Amy was asleep. And then almost like clockwork, as you woke up, I went back to bed.
Right.
It was like, you know.
So stupid.
Yeah, it was like we passed each other in the hallway, essentially. And I was just like, okay, good night. It was like so dumb.
Yeah. And then while he was sleeping, I went out shopping for dinner. That was also our breakfast.
Yep.
That was also our lunch.
Yep.
And we just ate it, a couple hours ago.
Yes.
So
And it was delicious.
it really was.
Yeah.
I bought like ready-made ribs that the store made.
God, so good. Oh, they did fix it.
I don't know how they seasoned that, but it was with magic. They seasoned it with magic. And so that's very fitting for us to have on Magic Monday.
By invitation only, I mean, it's a fine card, but there's also just Hero's Downfall. I know that Wedding Security is a good card, and Wolf Strike is a great card too. Grisly Rituals here as well, and Fierce Retribution. And I know people are in love with Traveling Minister. I think I'm just going to take Hero's Downfall in hopes that the Grisly Ritual and the Wedding Security don't scream to people, that where like hopefully the person next to us just takes this. I know that there are some people who like this card and others who don't. But I'm definitely going to take this Hero's Downfall. Okay. So there's a Cobbled Lancer, which is not a bad card at all. And it's, well, I was going to say it's kind of the only blue card, but I would be lying. Innocent Traveler is a great one. I like that one a lot. Cloaked Cadet. I don't love training as much, although this is definitely a card you want if you're doing training. Estwald Shield Basher is a fine one, but not necessarily for this yet. Another Traveling Minister. Undying Malice if we wanted to stay black, but I think I'm going to just stay black and go Innocent Traveler. Again, I like Cobbled Lancer, but I think Innocent Traveler allows us to stay more open. There's also Flame Blessed Bolt. I should at least note that this is quite a good card that's still here. But I mean, the rare is missing out of here, so it could, or mythic, so it could have been literally anything. So I will. I'll take this Innocent Traveler, I think.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a good card. Archghoul of Thraben. So this kind of more cements us in the zombie direction, which wants to be blue-black. It says, whenever it or another zombie you control dies, look at the top card of your library. If it's a zombie, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put it into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Interesting. Alchemist's Retrieval is good. Binding Geist is good. Skywarp Scob is not great, but it's a zombie if we're going this direction. Chill of the Grave, same thing. And a Courier Bat is always a fine pickup. Arm the Cathars is a fine card. I wouldn't take it over Archghoul of Thraben here. But hopefully more stuff like this keeps coming around, and we can kind of cement ourselves in the blue-black zombies theme.
Yeah.
A Braid, also a good card, notably, because we saw that red burn in the last pack as well. Another Archghoul of Thraben.
Wow.
And a Gift of Fangs. So I will.
Wow.
I mean, seems good to me.
Okay.
There's your friend.
Yeah. He's a crab lighthouse. We'll take that horror word right out of there, because he's not a horror. He's so cute.
I'm glad you like him. I'm still taking this zombie cleric.
Yes,
it is a cleric, though, so you can still be somewhat happy.
Yeah, but it's a zombie. I don't care about zombies.
Wow. Suck it, zombies.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about you.
Exactly.
How does that feel? Wow, there's a Wolf Strike in this pack still? I mean, we don't have our second color yet, but we should, because it should be blue.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, there's this Vile Spawn Spider is still here as well, but I don't think we can go 3 colors. Because, if we did, this is the pack where we would say we'd want to,
right.
But it's because we want this and this and this.
Yeah, we would want everything in this pack and then just spit back the whites that are in here.
I think that Chill of the Grave we'll see more of. I think I'm just going to take this Wolf Strike in case, because this card is insane. It's my favorite common in the set. by a lot.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
There's an Evolving Wilds.
I thought we learned that green was really not great in this format.
I don't think we learned that.
Oh.
Supposedly blue is the worst color in this format, according to some. Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was green.
Nope.
Oh, you have to it really pigeonholes you into this one sort of deck or something.
Maybe. So Marcus would have taken the land in the last pack. Interesting. Don't hate that choice, Marcus, at all.
I don't either.
But I am going to take the land here, the Evolving Wilds, because like Ragged Recluse, a fine card, definitely works better if you have a lot more blood, and Witch's Web also fine. I think if this were not here, it would be the Recluse, but there's the Grizzly Ritual came back. This is not our opening pack. Never mind, it didn't come back at all. But I'll take this Grizzly Ritual happily. Binding Geist and Alchemist Retrieval. These have been like, we've seen a ton of these going around. There might be like 5 of these going around the table. So that's interesting.
Hopefully we'll see more. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. I mean, I don't want more than like 2 of these, maybe.
Okay.
But, and then I take Alchemist Retrievals as well. That's not bad. So yeah, but I'll take the Ritual here, definitely. Oh, we got a lot of packs waiting for us, so. Gluttonous Guest, interesting, versus Fear of Death or Skywarp Scob.
The Scob is what you want, right?
The Scob is a zombie Drake, and it's a 2/5 flyer, so it's a good attacker, but a better blocker. But Gluttonous Guest as well? I mean, yeah.
But we're not doing blood stuff.
No, you're right. I mean, we could, but we shouldn't. Yeah, I think the Scob is good. I think the issue is, like, I don't really want more than 1 of these, because they're expensive as hell. They're like, It's 5 mana for this 2/5, and you could draw a card.
Well, do we want this green thing?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, what's Wedding Security still doing here? And another Wolf Strike? And a Grizzly Ritual. This was our opening pack, by the way. This good uncommon is still here. This Grizzly Ritual is still here, and this Wolf Strike is still here. I'm not going to take another 6-drop here, even though this card's great, because there's a Wolf Strike. Yeah. Right? So it's still removal. Wow,
yeah,
that's
but you don't
nuts.
think we're gonna see more Wolf Strikes? I mean, I think
we'd see more Grizzly Rituals. They're 6 mana.
No, I was talking about the security.
Oh, but that cares about blood. You just said we weren't doing blood stuff.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's if you like sack blood, it gets better or whatever. Cradle of Safety or Toxic Scorpion. I mean, crap. Creature? How many creatures do we have? 4 and 4. Toxic Scorpion's fine. Witch's Web, Scob, or Retrieval. I think between these 2, Retrieval is better. And we will likely see more of these in the future. But
it's too bad we couldn't have taken the baby and the scorpion so we could reenact the pearl.
Jesus. I'm going to take this Millipede, but I'm going to put it in the sideboard. Same with the Steelclad Spirit and the Supernatural Rescue. And we open a Patchwork Crawler, which is notably a zombie. Exile target creature card from your graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Crawler. It has all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. I don't love this card. There's also Mischievous Catgeist. There's an Ancient Lumberknot, which is in our colors, but we don't have a lot of those cards really. I mean, Skywarp Scob works, and Innocent Traveler before it flips, but that's kind of it for now because that's not really the direction we're going. I think Catgeist is a good one, a fun one.
I want the snail.
The what?
The snail.
Oh, the Massive Might. Yeah. That will almost certainly come back out of our opening pack.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
But this might come back too. Maybe I just am supposed to take this? Because that's a tough one for me. People can give their opinions as well. I mean, we're going to run out of time before people get to voice them for me to influence my pick. But I guess because we have the Archghouls of Thraben, I'm going to take that. A zombie warrior that at the beginning of our upkeep, it deals 1 damage to us. That's not really what we want. I don't love this card at all. I never have. Restless Bloodseeker is good, but we're not in that deck. Repository Scob is a zombie that returns instants or sorceries from our graveyard to our hand. We have 4 instants and 1 sorcery. So I could do that.
Yeah.
Our 4-drop slot is a little weak, and our 3-drop slot is very large. Yeah, I don't love this one at all. So, interesting. I mean, I love me a Diagraph Scavenger.
Yeah.
2/3 Death Touch. It's a zombie, by the way. And when it enters, if we exile a creature card from a graveyard, they lose 2 life, we gain 2 life.
I didn't know there was a bear.
Oh, yeah.
I thought those were horns coming out of its head.
No, it's got a sword in its head.
Yeah.
Because the flavor text says it can barely feel the sword anymore.
It's so cute.
It's a
Poor
zombie.
little dead bear.
There's also Wash Away. I don't love this one as much, but I definitely, like I said, love a Diregraph Scavenger. This is not the one that makes mana. If it was, I would consider taking that, since we're kind of 3 colors right now. When you discard 1 or more cards, create a tap 2/2 black zombie. This only triggers once a turn, but this cares about us looking at zombies on the top of our library. So I don't know that I really care. There's another Flameblessed Bolt here, which kind of sucks. There's a Retrieval. I don't love either of these for this deck. It's not a training deck. Gluttonous Guest is cool. I think we just have to do the adult thing and take an Honored Heirloom, since we're looking at possibly 3 colors.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this may come back, and even then, I don't know that. Like, we have to discard cards for it, which means we need blood, and we're, like, not really blood-based.
You're right.
Same with Ragged Recluse. Like, and an Alchemist Retrieval or a Gluttonous Guest is just
like
fine.
so many cards in our colors were in that pack.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make them good. It
No.
just means they're in our colors.
Yeah. I mean, this one doesn't work with our strategy at all, although it makes insects, which I know Amy likes.
Well, that shouldn't influence your pick.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a Flourishing Hunter, which I wouldn't hate, and there's a Sheltering Bows, but I mean, it's between these two, because I don't want another Scob yet.
No.
This is 5. Yeah, I think I'll take this. It's a 5 mana 3/4, and when it enters or attacks, we make 1/1s. Okay. So, Gluttonous Guest is here, Ragged Recluse is here, Apprentice Sharpshooter is here, which I wouldn't hate one of these, even without training being a heavy consideration. But we already have 1 Scob. I will happily take a second one. It is a zombie, and it does let us get instants or sorceries back from our graveyard.
Yay.
I might consider Aim for the Head, but I'm not, like, super into it, to be honest. Binding Geist, Unhallowed Phalanx, which is a zombie, or Skywarp Scob, or Wedding Invitation. We don't have any Binding Geists, despite how many there were in the last pack.
Right.
So I guess I'll take that over the Phalanx.
Well, I think that's probably an indication that if you took the Phalanx here, it's less likely that you'll see more of those and more likely that you'll see more of that blue card.
Interesting. I guess I'm hoping here that the gold card is still here. It is not. Damn it. Okay. The black-green Toughness Matters card that we opened was in that pack, or this pack, I should say. Out of these 3, yeah, I guess I was leaning towards the Blood Fountain, and then Arena picked it as well. I may lean away from... Oh, I lied. It was in this pack.
It was the next one.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Happily take that.
You were one off. Oh, and good. Our zombie's here.
Well, kind of. It's an instant.
Oh, it's an instant.
It costs 1 less if you control a zombie.
There's a picture of a zombie on it.
Correct. Okay. Speaking of zombies,
Huh.
we have a Mind Leech Ghoul. 2 mana exploit. When it exploits, each opponent exiles a card from their hand.
There's also your...
awesome. Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. And there's your Crushing Canopy there as well. We have 1 Alchemist Retrieval. I'll take a second over a Ragged Recluse. I still think, besides, like, the Blood Fountain, we have, like, no other ways of making blood, so I'll just do that. I'll take the Flourishing Hunter over the Sheltering Bows. I talked about that. And I'll take the Sharpshooter as well.
Okay.
Yep. Zombies you control have flying.
Girlf.
Tap blue, tap, sack another non-token creature, make an XX blue zombie, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness.
Beautiful.
Holy crap, everybody.
Very nice.
Sometimes you just get paid off. Like,
Yeah.
that's just... Sometimes you just open well.
Well, and sometimes, like... Yeah. Sometimes you just open well.
Yeah.
And sometimes reading the signals helps.
Well, this is just what we opened.
This
but
is what we opened.
Yes.
But, yeah. In the case of anything else that we're going to come across, basically,
Yeah.
it's going to be we read the signals and we did what they told us to do.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's fantastic. Okay. On the other side, this is still just a human knight, but this is a doomed dissenter that then makes zombies when it dies, or a zombie when it dies. And our bottom of our curve is pretty light, so I'll happily take that over a Dread Fugue or a Desperate Farmer. Doomed Dissenter is a very good pickup here. It works for a lot of the exploit stuff that we have as well. Stitched Assistant is a zombie with exploit, and when it exploits, scry 1, draw a card.
Nice.
I like that. Happily. Or especially over Cartographer, Survey, Bramble Armor, Fear of Death, Aim for the Head, and Wedding Invitation. Like, the next best choice is Toxic Scorpion, but it's not really close.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Not at all.
Toxic Scorpion's like very much a last pick kind of deal.
Geistlight Snare costs 1 less if you control a spirit, 1 less if you control an enchantment. No. I think I'll just take the Gluttonous Guest and probably not even play it. These packs have not been great for us, but I think our deck is pretty solid at this point, so... Ooh, an Unhallowed Phalanx or a Diregraph Scavenger. I think I'll take the Scavenger over the Phalanx.
What about that thing up there?
What thing? The Steelclad Spirit?
Yeah.
No, we have one of those already in the sideboard because it's not good.
Oh.
It cares about... It's a 3/3 defender, and it can only attack if an enchantment enters the battlefield. Because it wants to be in blue-white that has, like, disturb mechanics like this one. So...
Gotcha.
But yeah, instead of another 1/13, I'll take a 2/3 Death Toucher.
Yeah.
There's Boarded Window, but there's another Repository Scob.
There's a snake.
There's a
snake?
Yes, it's a serpent. Yes, yeah. You're absolutely
But it's
right.
just an instant.
Yeah, and it makes something a 5/5 serpent until end of turn, but
Well, that's kind of cool.
it's not. Those abilities aren't great because you spend a card to like maybe kill one of their creatures. It's not perfect.
Okay.
So there's a Blood Crazed Socialite, but I don't think that's better than the Scob for our particular deck. So we'll do that. There's another Alchemist Retrieval. We already have 2. Sawblade Slinger is not what we're looking for. Syncopate is a counterspell. There's another Phalanx.
Maybe we'll get a playset of Scobs.
What Scobs? Oh, these Repository Scobs?
Yeah.
I hope not. They're 4 mana. Well, there's a Dreadlight Monstrosity.
Yeah.
There's a Flourishing Hunter, Witch's Web, Aim for the Head, and there's a Mulch. And we can't take this. Witch's Web? What does this thing do? Look at the top 2, 1 into your graveyard. Whenever a creature's put in your graveyard from anywhere, remove an Omen counter, transform it, and then it's just a spirit on the other side that can let you draw 2 cards and discard a card. I mean, I guess that's better than anything else in the pack, so I'll take it. But Nature's Embrace. I guess we'll take the Dread. Whoa, Arena. What the hell? I guess we'll take Dread Fugue. Ew. I guess we'll take Aim for the Head. I guess we'll take Fear of Death. We already have 2 Phalanxes.
No, we only have 1, I think.
No, we have 2.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, but we'll put the 3rd one in the sideboard. And that's why I double-checked. We have 2 here. It's fine, it's fine. And a Vampire's Kiss for the sideboard. Okay.
Damn it.
What?
I don't think we have any cards outside of our colors.
How
How am I supposed to put something on the deck box?
It's not true. We have a white card.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, this was our last pick, pack 1. Okay. Let's do this and this. We got to make 9 cuts. There are some that are going to be pretty easy, I think.
Erica's here. She says, hi, friends, heart.
Hey, Erica.
Hello.
Great to see you.
As always.
Right. Hope your weekend was good. If you celebrated the holiday, hope your holiday was great as well. Oh, God. How many... So many... our curve looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does.
Look at that. That's
It's
an actual
too bad,
appropriate
like,
curve.
It's too bad we can't just leave it like this. We have to still make 9 cuts.
Yeah, but we can make cuts, like, proportionally
Yeah,
across.
I
We're,
guess.
we're mostly going to have to look at our 3 drops, it feels like. But,
Yeah.
which makes sense. I guess we can take out the sharpshooter. I don't give a damn about that stupid thing. It's probably it, though. Which is what can come out as well. I mean... Do we take out one of the scobs?
So what's been up with you, Erica? Love to hear about it.
Yeah. Same with you, Marcus, by the way. I know you were hanging out here as well.
Yeah.
Anybody that
kind of didn't ask you that before.
But anybody that's here, let us know how life is going. Hopefully it's good, but if it's not, let us know.
Yeah. Well, and if it's good, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Like, please don't only tell us when it's bad.
No.
Like, we'll support you, but
of course.
we'd love to hear when it's good as well.
Yeah.
Erica says, so today and yesterday have been incredible because of two reasons. I found a shiny Vulpix today after less than an hour of hunting for one.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Congrats. Very nice. What the hell?
You've been having good luck with that, I feel like, Erica. And I'm knocking on wood as I say that.
I think I have to take
I don't want to jinx it on you because I think it's pretty awesome.
I took out a phalanx and an infestation expert.
And the other is that I was cast as Little Red in an online video call production of Into the Woods.
Oh, that's so cool.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
That's so awesome.
Is that like is there like a rehearsal process now? Or like, I assume there has to be, but that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
How do they do it online? Like, I don't know. I try to explain the process a little bit just so that I can wrap my mind around that.
All right. So here's my thought. Toxic Scorpion, Flourishing Hunter.
Yeah.
And then it's just a green splash for the Lumber Knot and 2 Wolf Strikes for removal.
Yeah.
That feels correct.
Did the lands automatically change as you did that?
They did, yes. Good. Yeah, because it had us at like 6, 5, and 5, I think.
Okay.
And now it's at 6, 6, and 4.
I just want to make sure that if we only have 3 green cards, that we're not going to have like 15 forests.
Yeah.
And then we're cutting 2 cards we like because it says 42, but we have a million forests.
No. I actually should put that Blood Fountain back in. I don't know what I was thinking.
She says, we're doing the musical numbers via instrumental tracks and skipping the underscoring.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Wow, this deck is a 1 rare deck, huh? That kind of sucks. Because we just like went all in on this Heroes Downfall Archghoul of Thraben in pack 1, and then didn't get Geralf until pack 3. So we're just kind of, living on a wing and a prayer with this thing.
Living on a scob.
Yeah, basically. We've got 3 of them. We've got 2 of these and 1 of these. So, how many creatures do we have? 15? Seems fine, but we should probably now take out at least a non-creature for the rest. But what? I think we do.
She says, mostly I'm just excited to sing I Know Things Now and No One Is Alone.
Okay. It's been
awesome.
It's been a bit since I've seen the show, but I enjoyed it greatly. So yeah, obviously break a leg, but I know you'll have some time, I'm sure, for rehearsal. Thank you. Rehearsals, etc.
How is that going to be going?
Maybe I just cut 1 forest and go from there. What sleeves would be like, Amy?
Let's do the blood.
This one?
Yeah.
Select.
We're not doing blood in our deck. We
Okay.
have one blood fountain and that's it. She's got blood.
And
Michelle
who is she?
Obama.
Thank you. I tried to set you up for it, but you didn't need the setup at all.
She's a very angry Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Who's spilling blood out onto the floor. Rehearsals are really straightforward, just over video call.
Okay.
But do you feel like there's going to be enough of them? Or do you feel like they're kind of rushing them because they think that it's not as important because it's the video style? Elfo says, hello, guys.
Hey, Elfo. Welcome to the stream.
It's nice to see you, man.
Hope you had a great weekend. We were saying if you celebrated the holiday, we hope you had a good holiday as well.
He says, did you get all 3 tokens to enter the finals?
No, God, no.
Of course not.
We got 0 tokens. And in fact, we got 0 tokens. So ain't doing any decathlon stuff over here.
He says, I sure got mine.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I remember you were doing well last time when we spoke about it. So congrats.
Very nice.
All right, so we're not going to be able to play these unless we draw blue. And we can... all right, mulligan. Evolving Wilds. Perfect.
That's
Perfect
very
mana.
nice.
Keep 6 and then ditch the Grizzly Ritual. A little expensive.
One of the few times that mulliganing actually paid off.
I know. It's nice, right? God forbid.
Like, we actually got rewarded for making the right choice to mulligan.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A Wretched Throng resolves. Pass to attackers, and then at the end of their turn, we go and get a green, I suppose. We don't have anything double. So get the green. Draw a Doom Dissenter. Good draw. Okay, I like it.
This person's name is Amy Buns,
There you go.
which is awesome. And then they have, like, the Taj Mahal sleeves, which I just love.
The City of Brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty good.
But they have Jace as their
avatar, look at what we're playing against.
Ah, damn.
It's Geralf. Wow.
And
okay.
Theirs is definitely out before ours.
Yeah, we don't even have it in our hand.
Yay!
But we do have... Oh, is it a fight? No, it's deal damage. Good. So we can kill this zombie.
Erica says, everyone in the show knows it super well. We're only doing 2.5 weeks of rehearsals, but that's the only real exception. Wow. Okay. As long as you feel good about it, that's all that matters, right?
So we can put in the Scavenger this turn, exile this, and they lose 2, we gain 2, which feels pretty nice. Wretched Throng. Okay. If they attack, I will definitely block, where we are incentivized to have zombies on the field with this deck. They're just going to exploit the Throng, and we exile a card from our hand.
Elfo says, I love Dimir Zombie Sacrifice in this set. I personally think it's the strongest archetype.
Yeah, out of all this stuff, I think it's just got to be the Phalanx here. We don't even know if we're going to get the 5th land, and even if we do, it's like not the strongest thing we have, so not a problem.
The problem is the Prince-like rare and mythics, so unbalanced that no single archetype is a sure 7 wins.
Right. So let's get rid of a Wretched Throng out of their graveyard. They lose 2, we gain 2. No attacks, of course.
Eric says, I could do every roll of Into the Woods myself, backwards and blindfolded. Okay, good. So I guess you're not too sad about the limited rehearsal time.
All right, 2/2 flyer. God, I'd super love to draw our Geralf. That'd be nice. Because this is a zombie, and this can make zombies. They have Archghouls as well. They just have the same deck we do. But we didn't see a single Wretched Throng, to my recollection.
No, we didn't.
All right, so this might help them out, but it also won't. So I'm definitely playing this right now. Yeah, okay. No attacks, even though they're going to, like, hit us pretty hard this turn. We're going to go to... we're going to take 7 damage this turn in the air.
That's not great.
No, it's not. They're going to run out of Wretched Throngs eventually. They obviously don't care about the scavenger, because all it means is that, oh no, they can't attack with Geralf, which they don't want to attack with anyway. But, so if they have removal, they should use it on the Innocent Traveler, obviously. Okay, so they attack for 7, as we obviously, it's not even predicted. It's just really obvious that they should.
Erica says, it's also my first theater role as a woman playing a woman. And to have that and have it in a dream show by Stephen Sondheim feels kind of surreal.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes,
that's so awesome.
What a relief and just a breath of fresh air that must be for you.
Yeah, so cool. Really happy for you. So they're debating, right? If they had another Wretched Throng in the deck, I assume they would have done that a lot sooner, but maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong. Okay. They had a playset of Wretched Throngs, and obviously playsets are irrelevant in Limited. It's just, something to say. A Blood Fountain and a Stitched Assistant. So I guess we can play both. I guess no reason not to. Just go like that. Blood Fountain. Make a blood. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're not dead this turn, which is nice. Exploit the Doom Dissenter, get a 2/2 zombie, and scry 1 and draw a card. Repository Scob does not save us from flyers, so I'm putting it on the bottom for that reason. And we drew another Repository Scob.
So in other words, we drew a middle finger right up our ass.
Well, and the thing that sucks too is that I can't, even if we get back Wolf Strike, I can't kill, I can kill Geralf with Diagraph Scavenger. So, interesting. But we don't have the mana for it. Even if we draw a land next turn, so we lose this game. Okay, so they sack the 1/3 to make a 3/3 flyer at the end of our turn with Geralf, which means that's still only 8 damage. It's still 2 turns. It was 2 turns either way. We will end our turn. At the end of their turn, we're going to have to try to cycle this away with the blood, because there's literally no other way to do it. We cannot win without a Geralf of some kind here. So... or a removal spell for their Geralf, I suppose. But it's too slow to try to use the Scob to get the Wolf Strike. They have their Wretched Throng, we knew that. And then they can have their Stitched Assistant to exploit something. But yeah, wouldn't this deck be cool if we had that? Kind of. Wouldn't it be great? Discard that. And draw Archghoul of Thraben. Okay, let's see if they sack something to Innocent Traveler. I assume they do. Just the Throng, because they don't need it. They don't. They let it... Look what we drew.
Should play that just so that they can be like nice.
It's not just so they can be like nice. All our creatures would gain flying at that point.
Oh.
We get blockers now. That's why I said, like, Geralf is the thing that helps us here.
Okay, I thought you were saying, like, look how funny it is even though we still die.
Nope.
Because that's what you usually end up saying.
Well, yeah. But no, I mean, we actually have a chance.
Oh, good.
It's a small chance, but we actually have a chance now. Never mind. Turns out they have counter spells, so we had no chance ever. Congrats, you did it.
Thank you, Amy Buns.
Okay.
I still like them.
I don't. We oh god, we were so far behind.
I know,
that whole
but that's
time.
not our fault.
I mean, sure.
It wasn't.
I know. It's just frustrating. It's like, you want to see your deck, but performing optimally?
This is what you could have, but you don't. Erica says, "Oh, and for the holidays, my parents and brother got me a used 3DS as a few games and a few games I really wanted."
That's
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Do you want to tell us what the games are? And if anybody else got cool stuff for the holiday, definitely let us know. Richard Cheese is who we're playing against right now. I mean, this is a passable hand. 3-drop that we can actually play, and then 4-drop, 4-drop if we get any other land. So, seems fine.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I think we're going to have to use the Evolving Wilds to get a blue, but that's fine, I think.
Yeah.
We don't have any of our green yet. Ah, Thalia. Well, since our hand contains no non-creature spells, I'm not too worried about it. At least presently. Blue, please. Thank you. We drew the green.
Oh, nice.
Oh, beautiful. I was like super worried that we would do it and then immediately draw the blue since we have so many more blue than green.
I was just worried that it would mean that we would never see a forest.
All right, so land, play the Archghoul, I suppose. Thalia, currently a 3/1 first strike. No blocks. We're going to take a lot of damage. Oh, 3/1 first strike Vigilance, by the way. So we can't attack past her either. A Rural Recruit. Ah, a Wolf Strike. It costs 4, but it's definitely worth it to kill Thalia. That's for damn sure. I guess we just do it. Yeah, I see no reason to wait.
I was very pleased with my gifts this year as well, Erica. I have a coat now, which is great because I've been wearing sweatshirts and it's snowed a couple of times up here.
The coat looks so good.
Oh, it's really nice. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great
I
coat.
couldn't be happier with it.
I guess I just do this based on these. Yeah, I definitely do. Because I can drop either of these or any of these 3. Wow. Okay, fine.
Ugh.
I will not be putting that in my graveyard. Decline. Okay. Let's play a Diregraph Scavenger and exile the Liliana out of their graveyard.
You mean the Thalia?
What did I say? Liliana? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Thalia. Sorry.
It's like, that's not Liliana.
No, it is not. Thank you.
What an insult. Say that about my Thalia.
Yeah. What I'm about to say is we are going to lose this game.
Ugh.
Like, very, very badly.
I had to say something about lands, didn't I?
Oh, they have a 4/4 on the field, so I guess I have to do this and then just block the Rural Recruit and take 3 next turn. It's our only shot. Okay. No attacks, obviously. We're at 8, they're at 18.
Erica says, I got Pokemon Ultra Sun.
Nice.
Ultra Sun and Moon are the only Pokemon games I've never played.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I guess with Nature's Embrace, nothing happens when it goes away, so that's just a 4/4. We have another... Oh, right. But we lose now. Yep, we lose. No matter how I block here, we lose. Cool. Okay. Just straight up. Yep, nope. Still lose. Okay. Only have 4 mana, so can't even get like a 1 mana spell back, which we don't even have, obviously. I guess I'll play this. Oh, wait. We don't. Creature in your graveyard, right? Yeah. Okay, we live. Wow. Nice. Okay. I was 2 down on myself. We're good. We're okay. Archghoul of Thraben. Still no 5th land on turn, like, whatever. I mean...
Yeah, they have 6 lands, and we have 4.
Yeah, so it's at least... No, it's later than turn 6, though. Doesn't matter. This thing sucks. Okay, so now we lose. Right? There's nothing else I can do? I don't think. No. No. Instant sorcery would be that, so I guess I'll play this. No attacks, and then we die. They just had removal anyway, even though they definitely didn't need it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Richard Cheese.
Okay.
So she says, Fire Emblem, Echoes, Fire Emblem Fates, and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on the Switch.
Nice. Okay. Good ones.
Okay.
Again, Fire Emblem, not a franchise I ever got into. Not for lack of interest, just lack of opportunity at that. It just never really came up for me. So I would love someday for us to get into Fire Emblem stuff on the channel. We just have a lot of...
Are those styles of Pokemon games, or are they completely different?
Totally different. They're Nintendo games, but otherwise different, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure because the other things were Pokemon, so...
Yeah, no, it's a different Nintendo franchise. Dulk Spitz? Maybe Dulk Spitz. I don't know that I can keep this hand. We have 1, 2 drop, and then 4, 4, 4, and 6.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, I'll mulligan once they decide what they're doing. They kept. We mulligan, find a decent hand here, and just ditch the 5-drop Scob that we've never used. If we win this game, I think I'm going to cut that Scob. I see no purpose in it. Persistent Specimen. I guess I can play this. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to have anything out to use that 1-mana version of it, but it's fine. Take 1. I assume.
Erica says Fire Emblem are those RPGs I mentioned a while ago, where instead of turn-based combat, you kind of move units around the map like a big game of chess.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, interesting.
So is it considered an RTS, Erica? Which would be a real-time strategy, by the way, if you care.
Okay.
Like a Final Fantasy Tactics type of a thing. Jesus. Chill of the Grave and Grizzly Ritual. Okay. Pseudo removal, but not exactly. I would definitely... Okay, I was going to say, if they attack, I'd definitely trade off here. In fact, I guess I'll just do this. Combat, attack for 1, hope they block.
Erica says... Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, I'm happy that we get a zombie, because then we play Geralf, and it has flying. Go ahead.
Erica says, Scab, in the name of flood.
Yeah. Very nice.
I don't know if you actually meant it to be sing-songy like that.
I mean,
but
you
that's
committed.
The way I read it.
I appreciate it. That was great. All right, so Ragged Recluse, they want it to transform, so they're going to use a blood immediately. And then we can just bounce it back to their hand, I guess. They'll just have the other blood, I suppose, but... It's a 3/3 that whenever it attacks, we lose a life, they gain a life. So, if we Patchwork Crawler, exile a creature card from our graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Sure. Let's... Oh, I guess we could just Hero's Downfall. Silly me. Let's do that. They have a single black open, so they could have that... Whatever the hell the spell is. Like, when a thing dies, it comes back with a counter on it. But we attack for 3. Is that the first time we've successfully attacked it with this deck?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's sad, right?
Yeah. Erica says, no, not an RTS, since you move in phases. You move all your units, then all the enemies move.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a tactics RPG like FF Tactics.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't own Tactics, but our friend Dave, who is playing 7 with us over on Video Games for All, check link in the description down below. he owns Final Fantasy Tactics. I own Dynasty Warriors Tactics. Investigator's Journal. I don't know that I've literally ever seen anyone use this card. 2, tap, remove a suspect counter from it, draw a card, and then sack it, draw a card. Okay. For 2 mana as well.
They're suspects.
Hey, an Archghoul of Thraben. That's a good card. Let's do it. Actually, I like keeping up Alchemist Retrieval to like save Geralf here or something if they try to do something nasty with our boy. So let's attack in. They can block Geralf technically if they really want to prevent that 1 damage. And then if they try to do something more, then we can bounce Geralf back to our hand. Nope. Okay, good. We end our turn. Okay. Nice. All right, so they are low on resources. A hero's downfall on Geralf. Would you look at that? What a great use for an alchemist retrieval. Let's save our Geralf, shall we? Hopefully. They're just going to like draw a card. Okay, good. Thanks. Oh my goodness. That was almost bad. But then it wasn't.
Erica says the series hallmarks for Fire Emblem are incredible writing, fantastic pixel art, and beautiful music. I think you guys would like them, but I think you'd have to pick the right first game to play.
Okay. Our friend Dave, who is playing Final Fantasy VII with us over on Video Games for All, he's a big fan of Fire Emblem as well. So I know he has played a fair bit of those games and has talked to me a fair bit about them, but I've never seen them visually. Like, I've seen the character models and stuff because Super Smash Bros. But I've never seen a game, I don't think, or any gameplay from any of the games. So, like I said, definitely something I'm interested in. I'm not like averse to them by any means. So yeah, that would be a cool one to get into. I'm not sure. Okay, they exile Archghoul of Thraben. I'm not sure that it would be anytime soon. Okay, so they had Aim for the Head, and they have a Restless Bloodseeker as well. Okay. Let's do this Soul Cipher board and the Blood Fountain, I guess. There's no reason not to. Do that, and this. Like, I could do the Patchwork Crawler ability, but I don't really need it right now. Let's go ahead and attack with these two, because they're the flyers. Bring them to 4. Okay. So all we have creature-wise in the graveyard is Doomed Dissenter, but it would give us enough mana to kill them. Because we just tap 3, or give us enough mana. Give us enough power to kill them. They need 2 blood to be able to flip. Oh no, 1 more blood to be able to flip that. They don't have it, and they didn't gain life either. Oh, but they do have a flyer now. Silly me.
Erica says, also, if you're anything like I think you are, the non-optional permadeath for your units would make you very unhappy.
Yes, that is definitely something we've been warned about. So
I have almost no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so let's do attack. I highlighted the Patchwork Crawler. They also did, as if they're reading it. So I assume that they are fully aware, okay, or not, that I could just pump this up at any time. But I'm just going to do it now so that it lives. I assume you would have just blocked the 2/2 that you could have then traded with. But maybe they have a different ability or effect. And if they do, that's totally fine. Sure, okay. So it just comes back with a +1/+1 counter on it, but it still just dies, and our Patchwork Crawler doesn't. So that's fine with me. Okay. Yep. It comes back tapped as a 3/3. I guess we'll end our turn. I will definitely, I think, maybe not. I'm trying to consider whether to ditch this island or not, but it's a 5th land and it's a double blue or a 2nd blue. So I probably will keep it because we have activated ability here and here in blue. So, all right. So they're spending 2 of their 5 mana to draw a card while at 2 life.
Erica says, so Amy, the Fire Emblem games are all set during a war of some kind. And instead of coming back after every fight, if one of your units dies, the character actually dies and it's gone forever. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, It's a war.
It is. I will not get rid of this island. I will draw a card instead. It's another island. So we'll play one of them. Guess. Yeah, there's no need for any of that. Am I missing something? Like, we just win, right? Combat. Two powered creatures in the air. They block one, take two, and die. Okay.
All right, thank you, Dulschwitz.
Oh, that's probably a much better way of saying that. Why didn't I say it that way?
That seems German or something.
Yeah, it very much could be.
Unless you like to have fun and pick casual mode. Crying, laughing, which I do because I'm a baby. Well, sure. I feel like I would not be averse to playing it either way.
The permadeath thing would frustrate the crap out of me. That's just me, but I would definitely play it that way if that's the spirit of the game, at least the first time through. To like experience it the way that I guess they meant for it to be experienced, quote unquote. But then, yeah, if I was like, wow, this sucks out loud, then I would just, do it however the hell
Yeah,
I
I mean, I could see how that would be a problem if, like this game, you just got kind of like dealt a bad hand in the way that it worked out for you, and then you just are salty about it after.
Right. Yeah, then it's just not fun.
But there's no space to be salty about it if it's, if that's just the way it's going to go, and then...
Well, and if the game is forgiving enough, too.
Yeah.
Is this not the dog? This is just these... Oh, no.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, but there's a three-headed dog that has these heads, I thought. Or maybe it's... Oh, not with the Innistrad or the Avacyn symbol. Nope, there it is. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Alchemist retreat. Oh, it's in the middle of the field. And then it pops back. Okay. Very good. All right, so the question is, which of these two do we play first? And, like, I guess I wait long enough to see if I draw a creature for this to exploit. They have a 2/2, which is on their turn, a 2/4. So I guess I just play this and this. 2 damage is 2 damage. That's totally fine. We're building out this section of our board first.
Hey, that sounds good.
Does it?
I don't know. It seems like it could work.
Hopefully.
What are their sleeves? Is that
Rectals.
an eyeball? Oh, okay. It looked like an eyeball from a distance.
Yeah.
The rough thing with permadeath is that your options are either reset the whole map to save whoever died, or just keep going with one less unit. No good options.
Alright, so they have a 1/2 now, so I think what I'll do is I'll play this, not exploit, and then end the turn.
Anyway, I'll be quiet now because I've talked too much and am self-conscious. Well, that's a bit silly, Erica.
Yeah, you've been giving us awesome information.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about it.
You give me something to read when you're talking too much, but I'm putting that in air quotes because I don't think you are.
Agreed. I guess we'll use that to bounce the ghoul.
That's pretty.
What, the land?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Right, there's a 4th land. That's nice. So we can play the Scob. I mean, we had a 4th land. It's a 5th land, but still. We'll play the Scob so that we can block anything but the Slinger, or we can trade with the Slinger, I suppose. But I'm not going to get the Alchemist Retrieval back, so let's decline. But it means we only take either 3 or 5 this turn. Our choice, I suppose. Unless they have some other kind of removal that I'm not aware of. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they know we have this. So I think I'd much rather try to get this off the field and see what happens. If they have the +2/+2 and indestructible thing, like, there's nothing I can do, right? So I don't care. Okay. Or Massive Might. That's fine as well, I suppose. Don't know what else I'm supposed to do about any of it, so...
Yeah, but that also means that they main decked the snail. So
they sure
figure that one out.
Did. All right, so they have no cards in hand, so there's no reason for me to care about whether or not to hold on to that. Decline. Play the Patchwork Crawler as well, and if we draw a land next turn, we can Grizzly Ritual something. Let's pass. And if they kill these two creatures, right, if they attack and we trade off, we just get a 3/2 flyer, but it can only block flyers. So since we're on the back foot, that's probably not great right now. A 4/4, a 4/3, a 2/4, and that's it. Well, we have Grizzly Ritual for this if we draw a land. And we're at 11, so let's try this. See what happens. It's a perfect trade, but if they happen to have top-decked removal, or pump, I should say. Nope, they did not. Okay, good. We're at 5. We remove them. We get a 3/2 flyer that can't block. And land off the top. Oh, right. We get to see what card they draw. Or drew, I should say. An Unholy Officiant. Okay. Why would you tap this thing for mana? What's the... Now you just have one less untapped creature. Seems like an odd choice. Okay. Whatever. I'm going to play this as a blocker. In fact, a damn decent blocker, too. Because it can block that stupid Hookhand Mariner. Exile the only creature in their graveyard, and then they lose 2 life. We gain 2 life.
Nice.
Feels nice. Let's go to combat, and since it literally cannot block, I will attack for 3. And by literally cannot block, I mean literally cannot block ground creatures, which is all that they currently have.
Right.
They have the 5. Oh, okay. But that's still... Okay. That still doesn't really answer my question, because they could have still done that the other way, but whatever. That's fine.
So Erica says, so Pokemon, huh? I don't think Amy has, but have you played the Alola games, Joe?
I haven't played them, but I've seen them. Which I enjoyed. I think it's cool. But no, Amy has not seen them yet. But once we get to that point, we will get her there. So.
You know what's annoying is that bots can put links in our chat.
It's not a link. It's almost certainly not a link.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
I was going to say, and then our actual viewers can't, even though they're, telling us about things that we want to know about.
No. To my knowledge, it's not a link, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's not a link, to my knowledge. All right, let's go get rid of your stupid Officiant. I guess attack and hope that they don't have any pump. Because right now, we go to 1 this turn and hope that we draw some kind of a blocker. And by some kind, I mean 2 kinds of blockers. I'm just messing with their dog. Pop your head off. Yeah. Okay. Oh! Sure. It's a 3/4 Mythic Vigilance Wolf. Sure. I don't think we have anything in our deck to help us here. Oh! They get to cast 2 spells this turn. Oh, that's not nothing, right? It's not anything, but it's not nothing. We still lose, but... Get rid of your stupid Hookhand Mariner. And no flyers, so we still attack. No reason not to. Okay, well... Yep. I mean, I'll block your Mythic, I suppose. They said good game. Good game, I suppose.
Thank you, Monkey D. Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually got down to 7, though, which, they seemed like really high above us for a while there. Erica says, to be fair, I would be far too powerful if I could post links. I think that's untrue.
All right. Well, that's the end of this draft, and we're only an hour in, which means we're going to do the other draft that we can do, right? Because we don't even get 500. Nope. Okay. We can do one other draft for this stream, and that'll be where we end it. Either way, but, you know. All right, let's give it a try.
Okay.
New year, new financing for MTG Arena, I suppose. for next week. Okay. Hey, don't forget, everybody, this Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, we will be back with more X-Men Legends, where we will be playing in the astral realm, or the astral plane.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not falling for your bullshit again, Patchwork Crawler. Do I want you, though? Alluring Suitor is pretty damn good.
I'd be happy to play some red this time around.
Yeah, let's do it. Alluring Suitor's great, and it's like, there's not going to be a lot of red taken out of this pack. Like, both of these are likely to come back, and hopefully this, because we're taking a vampire here. This is not a vampire that, like, needs to be in a blood deck, but, you know, I wouldn't be averse to it if it comes up. We're drafting with, in response 23, Golem, Deck in a Box, nice.
Yeah.
Grog.
It's like CJ's Cat in a Box.
Path Leader, We Are All Kosh, and Leo Aizmodo.
Erica says, by the way, I caught up on the Silver series, and that's legit one of my favorite Pokemon series I've seen on YouTube in a while.
Ooh, a
Very
Kessig.
cool.
Thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't mean to, like, I got distracted by the deck, but I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know that Marcus has been showing a lot of support in the videos as well, as have many people. But yeah, I appreciate that greatly.
Yeah.
Do I just take this?
It's and it's helpful to hear that as
I'm
well.
gonna take this.
It's
Definitely.
it gives me the will to keep going.
And honestly, when we get to, like, Gen 2 is great, and I think the ending to Silver is going to blow some people's minds, because it definitely blew mine. But I'm also looking forward to other gens as well. I think that the beginning, like, I think Red was a little rough. There's somebody who's watching through our Red playthrough right now and commenting on a lot of stuff and voicing some frustrations, but to their credit, still going through all of them.
Right.
And, you know, I get it. I definitely understand.
But the answer to those frustrations is simply that, you know, I was working off of the information that I had.
And that's what I was trying to...
And that's what it was supposed to be.
Right, and that's what I was trying to portray, but for viewers, it's, like, really frustrating, because I'm like, you're asking, like, good and legitimate questions, and I'm just not answering them.
Yeah.
Right? And it's supposed to be like, when we played these games, when they first came out, you just had no information whatsoever, and so you had to work off that. And so that's what I was going for, but, like, I don't know, I guess if that's not clear to people, or if people don't appreciate that as much, it's just annoying. But I'm so glad that you like the Silver series. And I think that, you know, I think that it's been going really well so far. So I'm glad.
And I think you got better after Red.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, judging what things are important to tell me and what things are less important to tell me.
Yeah.
So I think you let it be a little bit more sensical instead of being more authentic, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, because the authentic experience was kind of turning people off, so I definitely get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was off-putting, I should say.
Yeah, I won't say it's not authentic now.
Right.
I'll say there are varying degrees of authenticity that, you know, drastically affect how things go.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important that we were able to kind of find the level of that it was important to have and keep.
Agreed.
Erica says, personally, Gen 2 were the games I played the most as a kid, but never beat it because I was a dumb kid. So I have massive nostalgia for specifically the stretch of Morty through Jasmine.
Interesting. Okay, because that's such an interesting part of that game, because it opens it up so massively, but because of that, people would argue that it takes a dip in quality due to that. That you can, because you can go to Lake of Rage after Morty, or you can go towards Jasmine and Chuck, and so it's like, which do you do? Which way do you go? The game allows you to go either way, so they have to make all of those gym leaders kind of similar to one another in power level, because there's no correct quote-unquote way to go, whereas other games are a little bit better about like, this is gym 1, this is gym 2, this is gym 3, and you don't really deviate from that, because then it allows them to make it the appropriate crescendo of power level. Mm-hmm. Another Arm the Cathars? I don't think so. I don't know that I want to play Black here, even though that's the second Innocent Traveler that we could get. I don't love Vampire Slayer or Hungry Ridgewolf, so maybe I just take this second Innocent Traveler. I don't think that's correct. I'll take a Vampire Slayer. 2-drop, 2/2. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to go at this point. Like, if... These packs seem so bad. There's so many Hungry Ridgewolves. I just don't care about you. Do I care about this at all? No. Pointed discussion and feel bad about it, I guess.
Erica says the only problems I have with Gen 2 are the absolutely nonsensical, and she says that in big letters, nonsensical level curves, where you're suddenly 12 levels higher than Team Rocket and the fights are just monotonous.
Yeah, you like it, there's like when you get to the radio tower stuff or whatever you want to call it, it really does just get to the point of like massive tedium, because you're just like, oh, okay, I have to just like trudge through these like Team Rocket hideouts or whatever you want to call it for like 2 hours and do like nothing at all. I guess I'll pick up these stupid Ridgewolves that I don't want. I mean, I guess this for the sideboard. I don't even want that one either.
I think all the games, one way or another, have their own thing that makes them monotonous.
Sure.
I don't,
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, some people find just having to grind in general to be monotony.
Yeah.
Ooh, we opened a Dollhouse of Horrors. 5 mana to play it. 1 mana, tap it, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of the exiled card, except it's a 0/0 construct in addition to all its other types, and it has this creature gets +1/+1 for each construct you control. It gains haste until end of turn, activate only as a sorcery. No, thank you. I will take this Fleeting Spirit.
The art on that card.
Yeah.
And if anyone has ever seen Scream Queens, this to me looks exactly like their kitchen.
Sure.
Which is like a horror comedy type show.
Yeah.
So if you've seen it, I feel like this is their kitchen. And there was definitely a lot of blood and crazy shit happening in there. So it's kind of funny.
I think I don't take Fierce Retribution. I take Fleeting Spirit. Only because I feel like we're trying to be a lot more aggressive. And this will destroy an attacking creature. But if they're attacking us, we don't care. Because then that quote-unquote blocker is tapped. This I don't necessarily care about as much right now. Sure Strike would probably be super helpful. We already have one. Although this, +1/+1 until end of turn. Maybe it's that over this 5-drop or this 5-drop or this 2-drop that cares about spells. There's a Wolf Strike in here still, which But I'll take the Nurturing Presence. It might actually be pretty good for us here. A Braid, not bad. Weary Prisoner, no. Magma Pummeler. I mean, is it just a Braid? I feel like it might just be a Braid. Like, Magma Pummeler is really strong, but if we're trying to be, if we're trying to keep our curve low, then this is not the greatest thing that we want. Because, like, at X equals 1, this is not great. It's just a 1/1 for 3. That can deal 1 damage to something when it dies. So I'd rather pay 2 mana to deal 3 damage to a creature. So let's do that.
She says, fortunately, the Kanto half of the game is actually very good and makes up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little powered down, but the story of it is so cool.
Yeah.
To be able to, like, go from Red, where you played through Kanto, and then come back to it later and learn all those things.
Yeah.
About, like, where the story goes and etc. Really
and
cool.
I will say, since we're done with Silver.
Yeah, we have finished it. Yes.
That was a thing that Silver had that I assumed going forward would be the way it went.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, this is, each new game we're going to go back to the old place.
Ooh, interesting.
And, fight those guys. Or we're going to go back to every old place and fight those guys. And then we didn't do that.
No, and that's kind of an interesting aspect of Pokemon in general. I think we just do this. If we're trying to be aggro, we take this card. That there are a lot of things where Pokemon games, Pokemon players, I should say, and fans always have certain expectations for each new generation of Pokemon. And I feel like they're almost always disappointed in different aspects here and there. Not to say that there aren't things to love about each one, but it's always like, but why didn't they do this? But why didn't they do this? And it's like, a lot of times the answer is just because they wanted to make money and they needed to release it sooner than that,
Right, or
so,
whatever.
Yeah. Sooner than it would have taken to implement the things that you want.
Right. She says, mostly because of Sabrina. And Sabrina is hot and I love her. Yeah, I
appreciate that.
I'm pretty sure there are aspects. There are like certain times where I said, "Oh my god, that was hot," or something like that. But I don't remember any of the trainers' names ever, so
Sabrina is.
So I might agree with you. I can't remember.
Sabrina is the psychic type gym leader in Kanto. So she was in Red. She was in Silver as well. That we came across her. Yep, this came back because it's not good. Let's take another Sure Strike. We have 3 now. I don't think we're going to play 3,
but if you're watching the episodes, you'll see if I agreed with you or not.
Yeah, it's actually, I think it might be this week where she comes across Sabrina, interestingly enough. I think so. God damn it.
Well, if she was overtly sexual in any kind of way, I would just be annoyed.
No,
because that would happen like far too often.
Yes.
And since we were playing a child in every one of these games, I just was insulted by it.
Yeah, and I don't believe Sabrina is. That's not really her character. Wedding Invitation? Yeah, sure. Make a creature unblockable. Rot Tide goes in the sideboard. God. This pack wants us to be in black, and we're just not. Wow. The only thing for us in this whole pack is Estwald, Shield Basher, or End the Festivities. And otherwise it's like, you liked black blue, right? We'll give you all this black blue stuff. It's like, no, we're not that deck anymore.
And because in the Johto games, they don't give Sabrina, the psychic gym leader, a Venomoth for no reason. It was in the box. It was sick and it was in the box.
What?
Her Venomoth.
Yeah, that's it was in the PC box.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like thinking that like the box is in like a present. I'm like in my head about like December and the holidays and stuff. Like somebody gave her a sick Venomoth as a present.
Dude, you gotta. I don't know what.
Look, man, don't ask questions of me. I don't know. Mana value 3 or less whenever an opponent casts a vampire with the same name. Perfect. Happily take that. It's a way to get rid of one of their small things that's blocking our big things. Blood Petal Celebrant. Or Flame Blessed Bolt. Interesting. Our 2-drop slot is huge, so I guess I'll take a Flame Blessed Bolt over a Blood Petal Celebrant. How many creatures do we have? 15? It's a 2/1 first striker. I guess I just take it. Our 2-drop slot is a lot. Sorry, Flame Blessed Bolt. I'm going to take a creature. And then I'm going to take another creature. This one. Yes, this one over the Vampire Slayer, because we already have 2 of those. We have none of these, and it can come back to beef up our other creatures, which I like. Sack this, a creature with a +1/+1 counter, lifelink and indestructible, but it's a 1/1 vigilance. We also have Piercing Light that can just kill one of their blockers, or we have a Blood Petal Celebrant. I guess I'll take a Piercing Light, hopefully kill a blocker and save one of our creatures that way. Heron of Hope to give it lifelink. I don't think we care about that, but I care about this, giving things flying. Yes, that can absolutely be the top of our curve. I like that a lot.
Kill a blocker, save a life. Is that kind of like save a horse, ride a cowboy?
Or save the cheerleader, save the world? Yeah, that's right. I made a Heroes reference in 2021. Get at me. You wish you could be this cool.
I mean, I do actually. Wish I could be as cool as you. Erica says, I saw a YouTube video recently where someone fixed the awful gym leader teams from Gen 2. Gen 1 and 2. So now I can't think of Sabrina's Venomoth without becoming deeply angry. LOL.
Yeah, I think, I was saying, I think this week, ooh, okay. That's fantastic. I'll happily take that. Look at that for this deck. What a pickup. Pick 7, Dominating Vampire. Okay, sure. No complaints there. 3 mana as opposed to Bloody Betrayal? We don't have any Bloody Betrayals. They're both 3? I guess it's Bloody Betrayal. I don't love training. I really don't. Even though it's flying and it could get bigger, we don't have a ton of big stuff. Like, most of our power levels are 2 or... stupid opening pack. That pack sucked.
Yeah,
that was terrible. But yeah, like I said, I think this week is Sabrina and Lieutenant Surge this week for you that you come across.
Okay.
I guess I'll just take this Pyre Spawn.
She says, I'm sorry, I didn't get that Heroes reference because I am, as the kids say, young.
No! It hurts. That's fair, I guess.
I didn't get the Heroes reference because I don't remember that show. I don't think I watched it.
I don't know if he still does, but for people who did watch that show, James Kyson, I believe is his name, he followed us on Twitter.
Oh, yes.
He did
okay,
for a
that
while.
I remember.
For a while. I don't know if he still does. I haven't seen posts from him recently that I can recollect. But
yeah. Do you remember why that was?
Why he followed us?
Yeah.
No.
I think
because he's awesome. I have no idea.
I think we were talking about something that was a topic that he was interested in.
I don't think so. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm really not sure. Arm the Cathars we definitely want. Nurturing Presence we probably don't want. It's probably not good enough.
No, he was a Magic player, right?
No. James Kyson? I don't think so. I don't recall. Like I said, I don't know why he started following us, but I'm very appreciative. So, if he ever sees this, hi, we love you, thank you. But also, I doubt he'll see this.
Right.
So there's that. Okay, so we are percentage-wise heavier white, but only by a little bit. So
and
9-8 makes sense.
Very offended by what Erica just said, so then he'll unfollow us.
Yes, definitely.
I'm joking, obviously. I'm sure he's a put together enough person that he wouldn't feel the need.
He's doing pretty well from what I understand, and I don't mean financially. That's rude and inappropriate. No, yeah. But I mean he's got a beautiful family and that he posts about a lot, and so yeah, good for him. Yeah. Again, very happy to have him follow us. I feel like all of these are important. Maybe we just get rid of the Celebrants. It's a good card, but it puts us to 40. We ditched a land. What's our deck box? I think I grabbed a card for you for the deck box. Didn't I? Oh, yeah, I grabbed your Crushing Canopy.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Erica says, also, Amy, I'm just here to reaffirm that, yes, you did, in fact, take Whitney, the hardest gym in the game, by a mile and make it absolutely trivial.
They can't see you brushing off your shoulders, but I appreciate it.
Thank you, Erica. That means a lot. It really does.
I don't know that I am supposed to read this out loud. Shanglaw was robbed. I don't know who that is. Or Shangalaw was robbed. The views of our opponent do not reflect the views of Geek for All. I have no idea what that means. Hey, a traveling minister. And our first pick, a luring suitor, we drew this turn. Cool. No play from them means that we can go to combat, attack for 1, and then play a Blood Petal Celebrant. Perfect. Ooh, which we can use the traveling minister to give it another power. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, we... play this land. Go to combat. I guess we just attack with both because we know we have Sure Strike to stop whoever. So it's like spoilers, your creature's dead no matter what it blocks, but you know, sure. Sure Strike. Dead. Okay. Very good. Next turn we can Alluring Suitor and attack with both if they don't have any blockers or anything. But I'm assuming they'll play something. Oh, a Blood Fountain. That's not good enough for blocking. There it is. Okay, there's a blocker. I mean, is it... Oh yeah, I guess we just go like this, target this, go to combat, and attack. They don't block. Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Erica says, as someone who has been paralyzed, attracted, and rollout swept by that mill tank more times than you've had hot dinners, I was a little salty, I won't lie.
Yep, that sounds absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Thank you, Erica. I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate you and how amazing you are.
All right, let's go like this. And like this? Yes. If this kills Militia Rallier, I don't care. But also, when it transforms, I get 2 red, which will give us Sure Strike mana anyway. So, yes, untap target creature. This one. This 3/3, please. We attacked with exactly 2 creatures. It transforms. We get double red, which means we can cast this Sure Strike if they try to kill the Militia Rallier with their Blood Crazed Socialite.
Because if that was a moment that you didn't feel amazing, Erica, then right now is the moment that I want to tell you you're amazing. So.
Let's do this one then, I guess. It gets another power. Sure. Okay. They didn't block, so I decided to do that instead of wasting a Sure Strike. They go to 7, and it means that next turn they're almost certainly dead, because we can give our Trampler 3 more power. So, yeah. Ooh, Angelic Quartermaster, pumping both of their creatures up with +1/+1 counters. Very nice. Oh, thank you. Noticed it. Sorry, get to that in a second. We drew a land, so let's play it. Let's pump up our first striker. Go to combat. Swing with all 3 creatures. Untapping our Trampler, I suppose. Going to blocks. Let's see what happens. Oh, damn. They'd go to 1 on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we'll just play the cavalry. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, it does, because then we just kill them that way next turn. Sure. This happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we just do this. What, I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'll just do that. Yeah, they're at 1. We make a blood, and then we play this creature. So we have 3 attackers. They have 2 blockers. Obviously, they can play a 3rd one. But, yeah, we have this Griffwing Cavalry waiting in the back to give something else flying. So I think we're feeling okay. All right, so they have a lifelinker. That's a bit of a problem. Pass to attackers. Take our turn. We drew a land. I was kind of afraid of that. Let's play the cavalry. And pass for this turn. And see what happens. We have a comfortable life total at 21. So I'm not super worried. I guess I could have used the Traveling Minister to just have gained us a life since I wasn't going to do anything else. And they drop a Mythic as well. Okay.
Not great.
No, it's not. They exile our 3-drop and then kill our Griffwing Cavalry, I suppose. Yep. That will happen, I guess. Attacks? I just wouldn't block. Yeah, I'm just not going to block. Okay. And then before our turn, we will ditch this land to draw. And arm the Cathars. Sick. Okay. I mean... we can make... Yeah, we have to make 4/4s to kill their stuff. So 3/3 here, +3/+3 here, +2/+2 here, +1/+1 here. All of our creatures are 4/4s. Go to combat, swing with 3 4/4 vigilance creatures, or vigilant creatures. So then all 3 of their creatures die. Only 2 of ours do. 1 lives. And then they can like give their 3/3 flyer lifelink, I guess, if they want. Okay. The Cemetery Desecrator gets to kill the Militia Rallier, I suppose. They just get rid of the Cavalry, I guess. No, the Vampire Slayer? Okay. I suppose that's fine. And then I won't play the land. I'll end the turn.
All right, now there are 3. Erica says, I think the first time I beat her as a kid, I literally ground my Bayleaf, Pidgeotto, and Furret to level 30 on insanely weak wild Pokemon because I just had enough.
Yeah, that sounds... Oh, come on, Arena. Really? I'm even a land down. I'm playing 16. F off. They're just getting exactly what they need. Stop. Great. This is just great.
Damn.
We had them down to 1. 1 is not 0.
No, it's not.
Until end of turn, untap it against haste, but they've gained 1 billion life so far. So, I mean... Sure. I'll steal their Angelic Quartermaster. Why did I... Oh, less than or equal to the number of vampires. Right, so we can't do it. Great. Never mind. Okay. Yep. We lose. This sucks, man. Okay. Trade life totals.
Wow. Yeah, I really thought we were going to win this one.
So did I. Oh, cool.
Wow.
Come on.
Fuck you, Arena.
Do I have to play 15? Like, that doesn't make any sense. They still have their Mythic, by the way, just in their hand. They gain more life. This sucks. Does it, not that we're going to tell you if you're correct or not, but I'm curious if people, Erica and then Marcus, if you're still, oh, come on. Okay. I'm playing 16.
This is just rude now. This is just rude.
Such bullshit. And we discarded a land to draw a card earlier. Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious if anybody has any predictions. Again, I'm not going to tell you, or we're not going to tell you if you're right, but I'm curious if people have predictions on what starter Amy picks out of Gen 3.
Erica says, also...
-3, we lose. And they go to 25. Fuck you.
Yeah, I
not
think it
our
was
opponent either.
Us that were robbed.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of,
Shangla or whatever.
Shangla or whatever. Erica says, also, Pokemon really liked making ghost-type bosses when there were basically none to pick from. Agatha had to use poison types to supplement Gengar as the only ghost in Gen 1. And then they only added one more ghost in Gen 2 that Morty doesn't even use. It's nonsense.
I agree. This hand is trash for this deck. The invitation at least lets us draw a card, I suppose. OG Mudbone? Okay. Yeah, look at our aggro deck. We have a Braid, Sure Strike, Wedding Invitation, and a 3-drop Dominating Vampire. How embarrassing. Okay, anyway. Oh. Meanwhile, they play a 1-drop. Sure. Do we just kill it? No, we play Wedding Invitation first, draw a card, try to, like, get some actual low-drop creatures. Hey, look, you would have been nice ever ago. Okay. Fleeting Spirit. I'm glad I saved the Abrade. They can discard a card to exile it and return it. That kind of sucks. Take 1. Sure. I'm curious if they... Yeah, it's only until end of turn, right? Yeah. Okay.
She says, remind me who you chose in red as the starter.
Go ahead. Who'd you choose in red as the starter?
Squirtle?
Correct. Squirtle in red over Bulbasaur and Charmander, of course. And then who did you choose in silver?
Chikorita.
Correct. All right, so I'll just play this Lifelinker. I'll give them the opportunity to trade off the Fleeting Spirit if they want. What do you have to do with this? Exile 3 cards from their graveyard to give it first strike, and they don't have any cards in their graveyard, so that's good. And obviously this Kindly Ancestor just kills the Unholy Officiant, so really good blocker here. That we, if I do say so myself. Okay. Because I can say I have started uploading, and meaning that just so that it's on the channel to exist there, I have started uploading Gen 3 onto Video Games for All, but it's not coming out until like March, I think, or something.
So it'll be a bit.
Yeah, we got some time. Because you gotta let Amy go through the Kanto region and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that being a long game, I feel like.
Gen 3?
2.
Oh, 2. Silver, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
But not in a way that I didn't like.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my god, I can't deal with any more of this. It was like, oh, okay, this is a cool thing we're doing now.
I will happily trade for your Fleeting Spirit. You just, yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it. Yes. Perfect. Yes, please. Can't give it first strike. Don't have the mana to exile it, so it just goes away. Take our turn. Drew a Voldarin Epicure. Huh. Okay. Sure. Let's do that.
Erica says, I was leaning Torchic anyway, but knowing she also hadn't picked a fire starter yet, I'm going to lock in Torchic. Final answer. And then Marcus says, I really hope she picked Mudkip.
Interesting. So no guesses for Trico from either of you. And obviously, like I said, I am not revealing it here, but that I'm super curious then.
Interesting.
Because Amy does a good job, I think, of stating her rationale. I think, that's just me, of stating her rationale for her choice, and for what she excludes and why. So I'm looking forward to people seeing that. I also, it's funny. I'm looking at Gen 3 now because I'm uploading it and want to make sure that like the metadata and everything is correct. So I don't want to like crap on. I'm definitely gonna block here. Sure. I don't want to crap on Silver because I still want to finish that up and I want all of you to see how that ends because, like I said, very good ending to Silver. I
liked playing Silver a lot.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was one of those that was long, but it didn't feel long. Like it was long, but I appreciated coming back to it.
Yeah.
When we would stop playing for a while for whatever reason, busyness or, what have you. Erica says rationale or irrationale. Whichever the case may be. LOL.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Let's go that just to gain a life, and that's kind of fun.
And so you talked about not wanting to shit on red or silver. I don't want to shit on the Pokemon that I didn't pick. So I'll just go ahead and say that I hope no one gets offended by whatever comments I make, that I don't remember at this point, but
I do.
I'm sure I said something offensive about whichever Pokemon I didn't choose.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you consider offensive, right? Like
Yeah.
Okay. So they attack for 2 in the air. That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay. So, arm the Cathars, eh? Okay. That's nice. Let's,
Well, Pokemon is one of those games that we, or is many of those games that we filmed way ahead of when the episodes are actually going up.
Correct.
And, I was very, over the top in all of the Pokemon games. You know, I was just very, I don't know, overly emotional and, having fun with it and getting salty when things went wrong. And, just...
That never happens in Pokemon.
And being competitive and just all the things, So that's not really the way that I've continued playing games on that channel, I don't think. And for the most part, I would say I didn't really do that with a lot of the games that weren't Pokemon.
Okay.
I think Pokemon lends itself to that in a way the other games don't, maybe, but...
Okay.
Erica says Gen 3 was the last gen where all the starters have really cool designs, so I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, so good. So they're getting life as well, but definitely not to the degree that we are. Like, there's no way, like, right now, there's no way we don't win this race. And they are a little bit short on land. So they literally have 2, is the thing. So so they're just using their traveling ministers to gain 1 life per minister and put 1 more point of power on their spirit. But we're gaining 3 life a turn, and this is the first time that they're able to have their spirit be 3 power. So, yeah. No problem. We're back to 20. Let's take our turn. We drew a land, which I'll play. That's fine for now. Let's arm the Cathars, I think. Jesus. And we'll go like this. Plus 3 plus 3. Plus 2 plus 2. Plus 1 plus 1. And go to combat. It's mean. It's mean what we're doing. 4, 8, 11. So we just win because they didn't block. So victory is ours. Thank you. Oh, sorry. That's your line. I'm not going to steal your thunder.
Thank you, OG Mudbone.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. It's pretty great.
All right.
If I had thought about it enough.
We still get to play this deck.
Yeah, well, we have 1 loss with this one so far.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
I thought we were at 2 because I was kind of commingling the 2 in my mind, I guess.
I hear that.
Erica says, my favorite Pokemon is introduced in Gen 3, and I hope you weren't mean to her. Well, I guess we'll find out.
I did not think you were going to go that route of like, well, I guess we'll see. I genuinely thought you were going to be like, oh no, I hope I'm not.
Well, I do hope I'm not, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, you can't apologize for past Amy like that,
I sure can. But I sure should. But
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't honestly know.
That's so funny.
Because I can't remember what Past Amy did.
It's, it's so interesting when you film something like a while ago and then go back to it. Like I go back to a lot of the videos to like I said, to check for like thumbnail stuff or whatever. Yeah, I'm curious. I see things where I'm like, we said that, or like that happened. What the hell?
Or like, that's so much crazier than I remember it.
Yes.
Like when you're in it, it's, I don't know, it feels different than like watching it.
Yes.
And seeing like what happened or our reactions and like how they didn't make sense or how they were just like very over the top, like I said before. And or the opposite, where I was just like, kind of oblivious to the fact that, like you said before, Erica, that not Sabrina,
Whitney was difficult.
Whitney was like the hardest fucking gym ever. Because I was like, oh, this is a breeze, right? And then everybody's watching, they're like shaking their fists, and they're like, this fucking bitch, So, like, I mean, that's what makes this concept for a channel cool, right? Yeah. Is that someone who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, like me, can come in as an adult and play these games that you guys all played as kids and have such a drastically different experience than you had. And then you get to see what my experience was and see the differences that there were in the experience. And then also have that nostalgia factor and that warmth and love that hits you from seeing old stuff like that from your childhood at the same time. So that's what makes the concept of the Video Games for All channel cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I think it really took me a long time to figure that out, like to learn that.
Sure.
Because doing that channel was Joe's idea. And I was like, okay, but when he kind of pitched it to me, I was like, who wants to see that? Like, who cares? I just didn't get it. And I think it really took me a long time to like figure that out.
Sure. Do I just do this?
And that's part of what makes the individual episodes cool.
Yeah.
Is how long it takes me to figure stuff out. Because then you can try to like think back to when you were a kid and whether or not you figured that stuff out.
Right.
Or how easily you figured that stuff out.
Right.
So, yeah, it's cool. She says, knowing your taste, I think you would have a neutral, positive opinion. But then again, you hated Meganium, which makes me sad.
I have to say...
There's no rhyme or reason to my taste. It just is.
I have to say, when we played... Oh my god, when we played Red, I was like devastated when you were like, yeah, we're going to put War Turtle in the box and all this other stuff. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then come late game where you were just like, I guess Blastoise is like the reason why we beat the Elite Four on our first try.
Yeah. Super fucking clutch.
Do we win? Oh, well, it depends on what they have, but I'm definitely going to do this. Like, I just have to, right?
But each new decision I make is based on, the last one I made.
Yeah.
So if the last one I made doesn't make any sense, then the next one's not going to make any sense either. Yeah. And then when things drastically turn on their head as a result, the reaction to that's going to be drastically different than you think too.
Sure.
And so that's the thing that makes these episodes interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they killed or exiled one of our creatures, but we still get to do this. They go to 3, and we play this Vampire Slayer.
Oh, Marcus says, watch out for overcharged amalgam.
Thank you. I was wondering, I'm like, what could they possibly have here? So thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was like assuming there was going to be a counterspell for this thing, but even then I knew we were fine and that would have like tapped them out regardless. But yes, sending in that 3/3 would have been quite bad. Or 3/3, 2/2? I don't remember. But regardless, it's a pretty good flyer. So yes, I understand. Thank you. They were able to get rid of the Deadly Dancer, and now they have a lifelinker as well. Okay, but it's a 2/2 lifelink, so we have Militia Rallier. So we can basically attack with everyone but the Epicure here, because then they just get to gain 2 life, like, without their creature dying in the process. So.
Erica says, the one thing I was never able to do as a kid in Pokemon Silver was beat red. It was my white whale until the games got remade.
Okay. That was something that I was like really looking forward to with Amy, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks when Amy gets to that point, because Amy's reaction was one of my favorite things that we've ever done. Oh my god, just so good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to people seeing that for the first time as well.
Yeah.
All right, so Drug Skull Infantry will be good here. I'm basically, you know what? Forget it. I'm definitely attacking with this. I don't know why I wouldn't. Let's untap the Dominating Vampire as a blocker if necessary. But I definitely just attack with the 1/1, because if they really just want to block that and don't care, that's totally fine. But they have to block the Militia Rallier, because they just concede.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Thank you, J. Tomberlin MTG or something?
Something like that. Wow. Okay. I don't think that was... I mean, I don't know what's in their hand, but like they've got these 2 things that give +1/+1 in flying, but their creatures weren't going to stay on the field, right? But you could have theoretically blocked like the Patchwork Crawler on the Militia Rallier and it was 2 3/3s. I'm an idiot. Just because this untaps doesn't mean it's not, because then they just take 3 here anyway. Okay. Good.
It was good. J. Tom Burl MTG.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, you should apologize
because
you couldn't understand that. Please. That was very complicated. Get the hell out of here.
Well, even if it hadn't been, I suck at reading.
It's fine.
Which is why I do it constantly on these streams, because I need the practice.
There you go.
Speaking of which, says, well, Amy is at least as smart as an 11-year-old Erica was on her Game Boy. Yeah, thank you, Erica, for that very backhanded compliment. I love you too.
That's great.
But it does coincide perfectly with what I just said, as Joe pointed out.
Well, I think you and I had this conversation recently. Like, I think there are different degrees of knowledge, right? Like, you have, like, your level of knowledge for Pokemon versus your level of knowledge for history are, like, so different, right? And the same could be true for me, and yet they mean totally different things, right? My historical knowledge versus my Pokemon knowledge. Like, you know, I could fill Olympic-sized swimming pools with what I don't know about history. It's true. That's definitely true.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
yes.
let's play this 2/3. If they kill it, I'll be upset, but at the same time, it's fine. And the turn. Oh, I could steal one of their creatures and then attack with this and the other creature, and then get this to flip. That'd be cool. In fact, if I draw a land, I could then use that 2 mana to play this Militia Rallier. That's a great turn.
Erica says, mind you, baby Erica never lost to Bugsy with a mean smile face.
Which somebody did.
I beat Whitney.
The shade. I love it. Spectacular. Don't do it. God damn it.
Realistically, I don't think I know a lot about history. I think I have an appreciation and a curiosity for history.
Sure. Are they just going to attack here? Is that what they did?
That allows me to research history and fall into the rabbit holes of researching history that I could fall into. I don't know how closely that equates to knowing a lot about history. And realistically, It's hard to know, even if historians know a lot about history. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so vast, and it's so it it has so much minutia, and it has so much there's just a lot to it, and I think gauging the importance of that is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Because I've been listening to an audiobook about medieval history. And it's been mind-numbing because I love history so much. And realistically, I love how detailed it is. I love getting to know these historical figures in a way that most people don't, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I always appreciated about history class in school, learning about King Tut and learning about Rasputin and the Tudors and learning about just all of these historical figures where the teacher for the course knew more than just what a history book knows about these particular people. And that's what's cool about this book, is it gets down to that stuff.
Right.
But it also talks about everything. It talks about every person and every like minute aspect of what makes them cool, which is awesome. It's just not the kind of thing that you're ever going to remember. And it's hard to get through because there's so much of it.
Damn. I was hoping they'd tap that last 2 mana. Because I'm just going to Bloody Betrayal, steal their 5/5, and hopefully win. I could also just do this. Alright. But I think I just do this. And, like, steal your 5/5 and kill you. Hopefully. Just go like that and be real mean about it. Yes, I would love to sacrifice a forest to give my new creature trample. But I don't have any. So let's see what happens. 2 mana? They're doing something.
Like, I loved learning about like Marie Antoinette, and if I'm in a French kind of wheelhouse right now, Napoleon and their motivations for things, and the philosophers of the Enlightenment, like thinking the way those people think.
We win.
Is so much more important than knowing what they did. If that makes sense.
Okay. Also,
But
sorry.
Thank you, Lucas. But that isn't true for everybody, right? That isn't true for every historical figure out there, right? It was interesting learning about Constantine, and that he wasn't even a Christian, even though he is really responsible for the fact that Christianity became a very dominant force in the world. So it was kind of interesting learning that. But there's so much minutia in that book that it's hard to get through.
It's a lot.
Erica says, yeah, we all beat Whitney, dear. We all just didn't need a busted Machop to do it. Heart. Nice. Very nice.
She got you.
Yes. Well, that is fine.
That's great. That's good stuff. This hand's a little slow, but we had a slow hand earlier and we did relatively okay. So let's see how we do with this 1/1 attacking. Hey, it worked. Okay.
They have a bat pet.
They
and
sure
it's
do.
cute.
And it's cute. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Ah, look who it is.
It's Michelle Obama.
Correct. Take our turn. We drew a Bloody Betrayal, but you know what we also drew? A 1/3 Flying Haste. Combat, please. Oh, I guess I should have just used the Traveling Minister. I'm a fool. I am a fool. You know what? Fine. If you want to trade off for our minister, you can. Nope. Okay, good. Good. So they're going to hit us and make a blood. I guess I should have, like... Because Piercing Light is perfect against this belligerent guest, but... Ah, they just have a braid. Okay. You got it. You get a blood. Ooh, Alluring Suitor. Look at that. Why not? We have 2 mana left after that, which we can keep up for either of these, but almost certainly this on the belligerent guest. Combat. And attack for 1. Sure. Let's do that, shall we? End the turn.
I think what's interesting about this book as well is I got this audiobook so that I could use it as a bit of a resource when we opened the Varia packs on Geek for All videos.
Yeah, which one came out today, and the rest will be coming out every Monday for the next 6 weeks after this.
Yes, and then and that was based on what I thought I knew about the decks. And then I don't really know what we're gonna open next, but I definitely didn't need it for what we filmed a video on this time around. So, yeah.
All right, let's see if this works. It did work, and it's scryed. It lets us scry a planes to the bottom. Thank you, Piercing Light. That's actually very helpful. That was like an ideal Piercing Light. Ooh, Wedding Security, eh? Okay. Well, we do have an Adamant Will. What does this say? Whenever it attacks, you may sack a blood. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. But this gives +2/+2 and indestructible. It's not enough to, like, save this Traveling Minister. So maybe I just play this Militia Rallier and attack with just Alluring Suitor? No, I probably still attack with both. Because what they're gonna want to do is they're gonna want to kill the Alluring Suitor regardless, or Deadly Dancer now. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Thank you. Perfect. 5/5 trample, indestructible, kill your creature, and still hit you for damage. Love it. Absolutely love it. I guess I should have just used the 2 red because I didn't have anything else. So I missed out on 2 points.
I should have got some water.
I got up while you were talking before, so thank you. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, it's so close, but I'm still going to do it. Oh, 11, 12. We win. We make a blood when we make this thing. I think we just win now. Let's see it. Steal your thing. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. Untapping our Deadly Dancer. The Blood Crate Socialite lets us sack the blood we just made. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that it? Did we do it? Because that'd be awesome. They have 2 mana open, so there's got to be something. It's a sure strike on their own creature. All right, good game.
Oh, that was cute of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Iron, is how I assume that is to be pronounced.
Maybe Airn? Something like that.
No, it's Iron.
Yeah, what's wrong with me? All right, even though it's 10:03, I say we keep going.
Yeah, keep going till we lose.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we only need to play 1 more red spell, and we'll have finished all 3 of our things for the day.
Wow.
Ah, Chaos Channeler. Speaking of red, that's a good card. I got dumpstered by that card at pre-release for AFR. My God. You were there for that, too. You showed up like just as I was getting into that game. And watched me get destroyed. Sid the 13th.
Marcus says, "Yikes! This deck is rude."
Yeah, a little bit.
I almost said this dude is rude.
Dude is rude.
And that dude wasn't rude.
A rude dude.
That dude was funny and the opposite of rude.
I guess here
They killed
we just
one
like
of their own creatures or something. Or hit themselves with a creature or something.
They pumped their creature with a sure strike and gave it +3 more power. I've done that before, where I've just been like, well, we've got nothing else going on. I guess I'll just show them that we've got nothing else going on by pumping the thing that's already going to kill us. I guess out of all of this, we just ditch Adamant Will. Feels wrong, but it's what we've got.
Ooh, they have cool sleeves too.
It's the dragon from AFR.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to play this, and we're going to play the infantry. They would have just let us play this? Why? There's nothing on the field. All right, fine. Anyway, let's play a land. Let's go to combat. Let's attack for 2. And play the Militia Rallier. Yeah, this deck feels nice. I love their pet. It's so cool.
Yeah. I don't like that it doesn't have a face.
Oh, I think it's like awesome looking. Ah, a wedding announcement. I have not played against this card yet. At the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on it. If you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Otherwise, make a 1/1 human. Then, if it has 3 or more invitation counters on it, transform it.
I love that card.
Exile target creature with mana value 3 or less. Okay. You do?
Yeah.
Because it's got the baby. Or not the baby. It looks like they're holding a baby, doesn't it? Like, they're so happy about the wedding announcement. It just always looks to me like they're holding a baby.
Nope. They're just really happy to be invited to the wedding.
I guess so.
I would be.
Or the announcement of the wedding. Untapping itself. Go to blockers. They don't block. That's cool. And then I'll play this Kindly Ancestor. Very nice. So when it flips, it gives all their creatures +1/+1. Ah, a 3-drop. Good.
What was that survey that we took about where it asked about the wedding?
I have no
And
idea
like
what
where
you're
you would sit at the wedding?
Oh no, that was for the stream that we did. The tournament that we did.
Oh.
It like asked us all those questions. I guess I want Epicure, so I'll play Epicure first.
So does that mean you don't want to talk about it?
We could talk about it. I don't remember what we said.
Okay. It just like asked.
But go for it, yeah.
It was like multiple choice, but it asked, one of the questions was it asked where we would sit
Yeah.
for the wedding.
Oh, bride side, groom side. I got you. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
For the wedding, if we were to go to Olivia's wedding.
Right.
And with the Falkenrath was not one of the options.
That's right.
So I was like, I don't know.
Ah, they actually traded. Okay, not a problem. We go to 22, they go to 8, and they killed our Militia Rallier, but, I mean, that's the only limited one that we had in terms of it couldn't attack alone, so that's fine with me. Nebelgast Beguiler is a 2/5. Okay, we drew a Vampire Slayer, so now all their creatures get +1/+1, which really sucks a lot. Let's go ahead and...
That water is really cold.
Yes, it sure is. We literally can't do anything here, so let's just play this. And we'll play... I guess we just go to combat and attack with this. Because if they take the 2, great. But if they block it, even better, because then it goes to the graveyard and we can disturb it back for 4 when we get our 4th land eventually someday, maybe. God forbid. All right, and then we'll play this Vampire Slayer. Perfect. Okay. They have 6 mana. This one's going to be tough, folks. I won't lie to you. This is going to be a tough one. Because the 4th land gets us +2/+2 on something, but that still just makes this like a 4/5, and I really wouldn't even want to put it here. I'd probably put it here to make this a 4/4. But that can't get through the Beguiler, but that plus this on this can. It's like really awkward. Flourishing Hunter, they gain 6 life.
Ugh.
Great.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't think we win this one, folks. That's for sure. Ooh, interesting. These 2 combined can kill either of those big creatures, but only one of them. So let's attack with this then and see what happens. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So we will do this. Hit it for 2. Mountain can stay because we need a 4th land. And then they're tapped out, so we sure strike it. It took me a second where I was like, oh god, we're not going to do it, but we did.
We both did that at the
'Cause
exact same time.
Oh, Jesus. What the hell? How many rare enchantments do you have? At the beginning of combat on their turn, all their creatures get +1/+1 in trample. One of their lands taps to add 3. They draw a card if they control a creature with power 3 or greater, which is what they chose. Or you gain 3 life. Yeah, we're screwed. Okay, here's our 4th land. Let's go like this. I guess we have to do it on the lifelinker now and try to just gain life to the point where we do well here. They're just going to double block with the 3/6 and the 3/3. Or the 3/6 and like the 2/2s or whatever. I'll say no attacks, I guess. It's annoying. Yeah. Thankfully, yeah, even if they pump their team +1/+1, the Kindly Ancestor still stops anything. So they're just going to be drawing cards for a while and or gaining life. But this is still not great. If we draw our 5th land, I don't even know if we like blood it away or if we just start using it on the Unholy Officiant every turn. It just seems so slow to do this because both of these are helping them out immensely. A Griff Rider, flying creature. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Now they have a 5/5. Might just like... Ooh, Wedding Invitation. That could let something get in for a small amount of damage, but it also draws us a card this turn, which is nice. Okay, come on. Fleeting Spirit, something we can play. Hell yeah. I like it. How many cards in our graveyard? 3. So we could do this once later on, where we exile 3 cards from our graveyard and give it first strike until end of turn. Oh, okay. They tap it at the end of our turn. That's fine. Or no, not the end of our turn. Before we would go to attacks, but I wasn't planning on attacking with it anyway, so we're good. I have not seen this deck do this correctly, but I also have not... I've literally never played against this in my life, nor had it. And I think I played against this once, or had it once, but... yeah, this is definitely I guess the 2 cards that you need to make the green-white deck do things that you want it to do. Draw a card if they control a creature with power 3 or greater, which they do. They've just drawn a card every time with that, which is fine. Only attacking with that because they don't have anything for training purposes with it, and they know we can't block it. They're also attacking with a 2/2 because every one of our creatures would die if it blocked it. So, no blocks. Bring us back to an even 20, our starting life total. You got it. Drog Skull Infantry. I know that card. It's right over here. Kind of. A version of it is right over there. We drew a Traveling Minister. Interesting. Okay. I guess we play it. We don't even have our 5th land for our Unholy Officiant yet, which is very annoying. Pass, I suppose? Pass. They tap our thing when we go to combat. It resolves. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, this game is not going to go well for us, or is seeming like it will not go well for us. We don't have enchantment removal. We have artifact destruction, and by that I mean 1 Abrade, which can either deal 3 damage or destroy an artifact. Ah, here they go. +1/+1 and trample to the team. You did it. This is going to be a problem. Okay. They're not just swinging out. That's interesting. Okay. Like, I would attack with at least the infantry here as well. Okay. Huh. Well, pass to blockers. I guess. Let's do this and this on here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gross. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what they've got. Nothing. Good. Okay. We go to 7. 2 of our creatures die. 1 of theirs does. They have a spore crawler. And we drew a land. All right, let's just, like, get rid of it and see what we could possibly have here. Because the answer is probably just nothing. If we draw a Dominating Vampire, I'm going to be so angry. Okay, Bloody Betrayal, which is kind of close, I suppose. Anyway, what do we take? Their Allenbach Escort, I guess. Because at least it gets it off the field. They could just sack it now. But if not, I'm going to sack it. So, oh, they let me do it. Okay. Well, go to combat. See if they tap our thing again. They almost certainly do. You got it. Resolves. No attacks. Can we not do this? You have to be able to target. Okay. It doesn't matter. Then I'm fine conceding here. I'm tired of it. Okay. Slight misplay, but even then, there was nothing we could have stolen that would have actually helped us here. So, I don't really care that much.
Thank you, Sid the 13th.
Thank you. Let's keep going. That was only our second loss. So, but we did finish our thing. That's nice.
Yeah.
So we're still 4-2. Let's keep it going. 1 more loss or 3 more wins is what we need to be done today. So, a max of 3 more games, a minimum of 1. Okay.
All right. So we've gone a bit over. So I appreciate the viewers staying.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going.
We're playing against Jägster or Jagster. I assume it's Jägster.
Yeah.
Well, if we eventually draw the red by turn 4, we'll have the Markov Waltzer on curve. But I'm definitely going to keep this. I think they mulliganed once, it looks like. So, they did. We drew the red. Look at that. Thanks, Stack. Appreciate you. So we have turn 2, turn 3. Sorry, turn 3, turn 4. Yeah, not bad at all. Do that. Wedding Invitation, draw a card. Hey, look, those Hungry Ridge Wolves that we took none of. Ooh, Blood Petal Celebrant. You're a turn too late. Thanks. Combat. End the turn. It's Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Pass to attackers.
So cool.
We take 2. Take our turn. Drew an Alluring Suitor. Also a 2/3, so we might as well just play this. Because I will definitely trade with Michelle Obama for this card. That just made me imagine, like, trading Magic cards with Michelle Obama. Do you have this? I'm looking for this. Yeah, I do. Like, oh, thank you.
Oh my god, that would be so amazing if she played Magic.
Why would she?
Of course she wouldn't.
What kind of an attorney plays Magic the Gathering?
The worst.
Anyway.
She's too poised for Magic the Gathering.
I know. It's unfortunate for all of us, isn't it? Let's do this. Land. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, we have Markov Waltzer. It gives only +1/+0, which kind of sucks. This, at least, is a good thing to play.
Can't be poised and play Magic the Gathering, I guess.
Is that what we've learned here today?
Well, do you know any poised people who play Magic the Gathering? Oh, my friend Lauren.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. She's a poised person.
Right? Am I not poised enough for you?
No.
That was so fast. That was so fast of an answer. You Wow. I just want to remind everyone she did not have to do me like that, but she chose to regardless. Okay, so let's pass to blockers and not block. Yeah, no, we're not blocking that. Even with the kindly ancestor, I just don't want to. We'll take our turn. We drew a piercing light. That's a great card. And in fact, exactly what we want. Because if we play... Do we just play the alluring suitor? No, we play the waltzer. Up to 2 target creatures, each get +1/+0. Yeah, definitely that. Thank you.
If you want to explain to me how that is an adjective that describes you, then please, I'm listening.
As we discussed about attorneys, I will choose to plead the fifth. Thank you.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Yeah, I definitely will. And I appreciate the opportunity to do so. Thanks, Constitution. Anyway.
Because it will certainly incriminate you.
Oh, look. They blocked only the kindly ancestor. Would you look at that? I know that I don't gain any life this turn now, but it's worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need this land. Goodbye. Good. Thank you for the scry again. That is perfect. The scries have been fantastic from that card so far in these couple of games. All right, 16 to 15. They're going to hit us for a fair bit if they want to, but I don't mind. Ballista Watcher, 3 mana, tap it, it deals 1 damage to any target. That is just fine. They could kill the Celebrant, but it would just get us a blood. And we're just going to, like, Alluring Suitor, arm the Cathars next turn, which is great. Ah, look, they have their own Alluring Suitor. Oh, and they can attack with 2 creatures right now, huh? Sure. Pass 2 attackers. They do. It flips. They can pay the 2 red to give +1 to one of them. They don't. So we're at 8. They have 3 land, or 3 mana, I should say, for a Runebound Wolf. They actually have the Wolf Werewolf deck. Interesting. Okay. We drew a Sure Strike. Very nice. Okay, so then we keep up Sure Strike, I guess. Okay. And then go to combat. 1, 2. Then we attack with 1, 2. Transform the Alluring Suitor and get 1, 2. Thank you. Go to first strike damage. They take 3. Go to... I guess we just do this now. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we definitely do. Take an extra 1, please. They're at 10. And we end our turn, keeping up the Sure Strike for blocking purposes. Since they're going to try to have their tramplers do a lot of work for them here. And it's not going to work for them here.
So Erica mentioned it earlier. Marcus, how was your experience with the holidays this year? Have you gotten any gifts that you appreciate getting?
Let's do past blockers. I guess we want the Deadly Dancer to go away. So we'll block this way and this way. No, I'm doing it backwards. Hold on. This way and this way, because we don't care if the Kindly Ancestor trades off, and we want the first strike on the Deadly Dancer of ours. So +1/+0 is fine. It's not first strike or anything. It just does an extra 1 damage when it tramples over. And then they have 3 mana left. They could have something here, but I'm going to try this and see what happens. They have a Wolf Strike. Okay. That sucks. Wasn't a full surprise. We take 5 here. That's bad. What? Why? Oh, because it's a vampire, so they gain lifelink. That's what they wanted. You got it. Okay. So we go to 3, but then back to 5. No problem. I guess we take our turn. Bloody Betrayal, eh? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't do this, but we can do both of these. So let's go ahead and steal your Ballista Watcher. Play Arm the Cathars. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So on board, they still only go to 1. Oh, no. Okay. Well, +3/+3 here. +2/+2 here. +1/+1 here. But we still can only attack with... Oh, that's Vigilance for all of them. Silly me. Okay, we're good. I forgot about the Vigilance. We're great. This one and this one. Combat. Attacks. Let's see it. Oh, so it's 15, thankfully. Okay. That's good. Because I forgot about the 2 from the Waltzer.
Marcus said, it was all right. I don't get gifts. Not that I expect them. While the time with family is nice, I don't vibe with this time of year.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh.
I can understand that. Definitely. Well, hey, not for nothing, and not to, I'm not tooting our own horn here, but I'm happy that we were able to be around for the holidays for anybody that felt the need to be present for, different. Content. We're able to be here for content, for like company, if you will, whatever the case may be. So.
Yeah.
If that was helpful to you, I should say, I hope that was helpful to you. And if it was, I'm glad. And if not, then regardless, I apologize that it's tough.
Yeah. And I am kind of the opposite in that I vibe with this time of year, but I don't vibe with my family. So, this time of year, we go and we visit Joe's family, and that's the extent of what we do. And this has been, I believe, the first Christmas, actually, that I've not gone and seen my family. So.
Yes. No, you didn't do it last year either, I don't think. Did you?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. I don't recall. So, okay. They said good game. Oh, so they have exactly 9. Wow. Okay. Jesus.
I think I
That's
just...
good for them.
Or I think if we didn't, it was because of COVID. It wasn't because of...
Yes, and we didn't. If you recall, no, we definitely didn't last year.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I had the falling out with my family.
Correct.
It was because of COVID.
Correct. Hey, we lost. Okay, keep finishing your phrase. I'm sorry. Or your sentence.
Yeah, I was done.
Okay, good. Sorry. I wanted to make sure I wasn't interrupting. Ooh, we got 1,400 gems, which is almost the 1,500 that we spent on the first draft.
Cool.
So plus we had some to start with, so that's good. Now we have enough to do one more draft next week. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this stream. I guess if we go to our packs, we have 9 Vow and 7 Alchemy. Let's just open a couple of these randomly, and then we'll end the stream for the night.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a Griff Rider, a Wanderlight Spirit, a Wretched Throng, a Scattered Thoughts, and a Lacerate Flesh, which is not a surprise. All of those are just from Crimson Vow. Then we have an uncommon wild card, and our first alchemy card in the pack, a Curse-Bound Witch. 1 black for a 1/2, human warlock. When it dies, draft a card from its spellbook, and then all the cards in the spellbook you can see here.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a lot of, there's like some Eldraine stuff. There's some Amonkhet stuff. I couldn't think of the name of the set. There's some Amonkhet stuff. And our rare mythic is an Expedition Supplier. Whenever it or another human enters under your control, conjure a card named Utility Knife onto the battlefield. This ability triggers only once each turn, but still, you just get... I mean, the equip cost is 3, so that feels... but it's when it enters, you attach it to one of your creatures. So, okay. So basically, it's every time a human enters, you make a Utility Knife, and if you want, you just equip it to that human.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. More, or are we done for tonight? All right. We'll do another. A Bloody Betrayal, Sheltering Bows, Kindly Ancestor, Dawnheart Disciple, Common Wildcard. A Settle... Look at that art.
Yeah. That's really beautiful.
Gorgeous. Settle the Wilds. Seek a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Seek a permanent with mana value equals to the number of lands you control. That's pretty cool. And then this art's pretty sick, too.
Yeah.
Kindred Denial. 4 mana instant, counter target spell, seek a card with the same mana value as that spell. Not bad.
Yeah, we've seen this one before, but
Yes.
I mentioned then that this art is fabulous.
Right. And then last but not least, a Tireless Angler. Whenever an island enters the battlefield under your control, draft a card from its spellbook, and the first one it shows is a Fleet Swallower.
Yeah.
Or a Moat Piranhas.
Yeah.
A Mystic Skyfish.
Ooh. But
Wow.
if it's in the sky...
It's both. Whenever you draw your
Okay.
second card each turn, it gains flying until end of turn. So it doesn't always have flying, but when it does, it prefers Dos Equis. Thank you for laughing at that. I appreciate that. A Nadir Kraken.
Yeah, no way a random angler is catching that.
Look at the tentacles, though.
It's catching him, maybe.
Yep. A Pouncing Shore Shark.
It's a shark.
It's a shark. A shark beast. And an octopus.
Yeah. A sea dasher, dancer, and prancer.
Wow. Very good. I've never thought of that before, but I really
No?
like that. No, but I really like it, though. A Spiked Megalodon. This dude just fished up a hexproof 5/7.
What the fuck, Arena?
That's awesome. Ooh, a Stinging Lionfish. I feel like 90% of the things that he would fish up are things that he doesn't want to have fished up. Look, a Voracious Great Shark. Another shark, but still. An Archipelagore.
Yeah.
A 7/7 Leviathan. This poor dude.
Yeah, he's getting so eaten in like every life that he ever lives that he is an angler.
Yep.
He is getting eaten.
Wow. Serpent of Yawning Depths. Again, it's a 6/6 serpent.
I don't remember this one.
It's from one of the Theros sets. You can see the constellation
Okay.
thing. I think it's Beyond Death, I guess. Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents you control can't be blocked except by Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents. A Wormhole Serpent.
Yeah.
I know you like this one.
Oh, it's cool.
All right. Sigiled Starfish. Now this would be pleasant. He would just fish it
Yeah.
up and be like, oh, wow. Of all the things that I fished up, you're decent. A Riptide Turtle. Another one. Another awesome one. Flash Defender. 05. Ruin Crab.
Yeah. I'm gonna ruin you.
Get that Mildex strategy. And then we're back to Fleet Swallower. Very nice. I think that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
It's our first
With
Tireless
ruin
Angler.
crab.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that it wasn't glossed over. Marcus, thank you for being real with us. We obviously
Yes.
appreciate it, and thanks as always for being here.
Yes.
Because it's awesome having you.
Always, 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 always.
Right. And to other folks who are here tonight as well, Amy, why don't we take this opportunity to just
Sure.
give appropriate shout outs where they are due.
So Erica and Elfo
That's right.
and Marcus.
Yeah.
Because he's the fucking bomb.
Thank you to all three of you. And then, if you were watching this stream live at any point, but were not in chat,
He says, thanks for asking. You're the only ones that have.
well, it's truly our
We
pleasure.
would love to talk to you about this anytime, Marcus.
That's right.
Anytime.
Agreed. So we
Whenever you feel that it's appropriate and timed well, or whenever you feel that you can go into it, and yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, agreed. Because obviously, I said we'll be back live on Thursday, but and we've got X-Men going on, so I can kind of zone out a little bit more than the like heavy strategy that's necessary for this, or sometimes necessary for this. So yeah, obviously we hope we'll be back before then, but we hope everybody has a happy New Year as well. So and stay tuned for we have a video coming out this Friday.
Yes.
I have not edited it yet, but we stopped our Friday uploads. But we have a special video coming out this Friday on New Year's Eve, so definitely stay tuned for that. As always, folks, if you have not subscribed and rang that bell, you're going to want to make sure to do that so that you get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, so that if we have a special upload like on this Friday, you won't miss it. So
I also would like to stress for anyone in chat or anyone who's not in chat but listening, if you need to contact us in some sort of more private way because you'd like to talk to us about stuff like this,
hell yeah.
But you don't want to do it in such a public way as putting it in chat, that's fine too.
Yeah.
How can they do that?
So there's multiple ways to. Thank you for asking. There's multiple ways of doing that. If it's like a longer form thing, I mean, you can private message us on our Facebook group or on Twitter. If I think our DMs are open on Twitter, but if they're not, you can always like tweet at us and say like, "Hey, wanted to chat about something. Can you follow us?" And then we'll follow you, and we can have that chat or whatever. And then also our like quote unquote business email is on our YouTube channel. Like you can check in the like about section or whatever and see our business email. So like, any way that you feel comfortable doing it is definitely a way to do it. Obviously I would ask you not to spam us, but if it's something that you really want to discuss with us, then that's totally fine to go through any of those channels for, as Amy said, a more private conversation.
Yeah. And that can be fun stuff too if you think it's like very extensive and a bit much for just saying in chat on a stream or something.
Sure.
It probably isn't, I'll say.
That's fair as well.
But yeah, if there's something that's serious that you would like to talk to us about, we would love to talk to you about it.
Hell yeah.
I don't want you to think that this is the only way you can talk to us and that if this makes you too uncomfortable to go too in depth, that you're kind of shit out of luck.
Right.
That's not the case.
Right. Yeah, and like Amy said, like make it look, seem like it's like super public, and like anybody who happens to come across this or watch the VOD or whatever is just gonna like see all your personal information or whatever as we talk about it. And
if you want to be that open, that is probably even better.
Yeah,
because I think seeing that stuff for other people really helps if they're in a similar situation.
Yes.
Right?
Helps people to feel seen a little bit more.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. And just not alone.
Yeah. But regardless, that is, the whole reason that we started streaming in the first place during the pandemic or during lockdown or quarantine or whatever you want to call it was because we were like, there are a lot of people who are not really going to be with other people. And so we had the time and we had the availability. And so we wanted to, take the time to be here on a weekly basis or a twice weekly basis to make sure that we were present and we can have fun and we can talk about fun stuff, but we can be present if people need to vent or just like, want some reassurance or whatever as well. So
have someone to talk to.
Hell yeah. So
we're here.
Thank you all for being here again. I was kind of saying it before, but I don't want to have lost my train of thought. If you were in chat, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Amy mentioned your names earlier as well. But if you were here and not in chat, that's fine. We would love to see you in chat.
Yes.
Feel free to, even if you just pop in and say hi, right? I think Elfo was here briefly, asked a couple of questions, and then bailed for tonight. And that's totally fine, right? There's nothing wrong with any of that.
Right.
But still gets a shout out. Still great to see him.
Right.
And so,
always.
But we also appreciate you if you were here and you were not in chat. So don't ever feel pressured to do so either way. We will be back, as I mentioned, on Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time right here on this channel, where we will be playing more X-Men Legends. We will be on the astral plane.
It's going to be so exciting.
I am very excited. It's like I said, it's my favorite part of the game, I think. So, yeah.
I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I am just like out of my mind. I'm so excited because what that means to me is like so much. So I'm gonna see like where I have to meet the game at.
Sure.
In that, because I know that
Yeah.
like it's not gonna be like there's no way it's as cool as I'm thinking it's gonna be, right? Like there's just no way.
Yeah, and you don't like, there's am I overhyped or am I going to be surprised or whatever. This week we have all of our regular uploads because, as I promised or tentatively promised, the holidays and the new year are not stopping this content train that we have created with the Geek for All logo plastered on the front. It's just going to barrel right on through. We will be back tomorrow on Video Games for All, link in the description down below, to play or with more Pokemon Silver that we talked pretty extensively about in this episode or in this stream, where as I said, I believe Amy faces Lieutenant Surge and Sabrina. If not, that'll come up the week after, but I think it's this week. I think it's tomorrow. And then Wednesday is more Final Fantasy VII, which is incredible. And then stream on Thursday as well as Jar on Thursday, where we will keep going with the Crimson Vow stories. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. Like I said, stream on Thursday, video on Friday, video or upload of the stream VOD on Saturday, video on Sunday. Like we just don't stop. That's just not how this works. So
So if you need stuff for every day, you pretty much got it.
Yeah, this week we're definitely here every day. Usually we're, like I said, usually not Fridays, but this week we got one on Friday. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this stream. Again, whether you watched live or on the VOD, we appreciate each and every one of you. And so, for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.